Whoa, whoa, what's going on? Oh God, he's having a seizure.
Oh my God.
What? Dude, you're gonna make me throw up. Whatever's happening on my screen right now, he is spasming. That's gonna make me so sick.
Oh my God.
What is happening?
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
Dude, it's tripping out on my screen. Oh God. Hold on.
Oh wow, yeah.
You see?
Whoa. Whoa.
Chris
my
Kringle
God.
is so jolly. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and start. You ready, Luvitar?
Yeah, let's go.
First off, any
again, guys, his volume, if he's too loud or too low, just let us know and we can adjust.
and if I'm too loud, sorry, that's normal.
we
So,
can't help, we
yeah,
can't
it's
help
normal.
Joe.
yeah, I just can't help it. Okay.
Volume control doesn't exist with you.
What did you do to Luvitar's head? Well, it's called a flat top.
It's called Luvitar's face.
That's right.
Oh, you're talking about that portion. Yeah, I can't control
I'm
that.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I can't control that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I saw that, Taylor. I used to love the 49ers when I was younger. All right, so a couple things. Luvitar, is there any news yet?
No news yet on the partnership front.
Okay.
Waiting patiently for the email, but no news is good news at this point. So.
Yeah, that's right. Usually, I think actually, kind of the longer it takes, notoriously, it seems like that's worked out to be kind of a good thing. Just to let you know.
I'm hoping so. It's be 2 weeks this Sunday from when I put it in. So
I think Kismet's went like really long when he did it.
yeah, I asked him the other night. He said like 4.5 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, and I think ours was a couple of weeks. How many weeks you said? 2 for you?
Yeah, 2 weeks on this Sunday.
Yeah, I think mine was 2 weeks too, or 2 weeks before we found out. I think so. All right, so let's start out, guys. First off, thank you for hanging out tonight. Tonight is a Beer Brigade Spotlight. We do them on Fridays, sometimes a Saturday if we're trying to fit in someone from the West Coast. But this week was supposed to be St. Chops, and Luvitar graciously was in the channel, and he hadn't signed up for a date yet. And it worked out because he was like, "Yeah, I can do it." I was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Dude, that's freaking phenomenal!" Because I'm anxious to do these. When we started these spotlights, we kind of were like, "What's wrong? Horde night
Tomorrow.
So that's always got a horde night on spotlight night. I'm gonna log in too and just hover. That way it's a stronger horde.
I will shoot you.
I know you will. You'll shoot me out of the sky.
Yes. Do it, please.
Adamus, I have you down for a date already. You do know that, right? I have you down for
Check the horde base.
I have you down for 126, January 26th, dude. So, anyways, when it comes to the Spear Brigade Spotlight, the idea behind the Spotlight was not to have stuff for us to do on our channel because we have plenty of stuff to do. It was really to just talk about like our team and for us to kind of get to know. Now, there are some people that we know more than others, I will admit. We know Adamus a lot. Adam's one of the first people we met in inside of Twitch. Luvitar, we actually played World of Warcraft. I think that's where we first met, right, Luvitar? Or was it 7 days?
It was well before, like way back in February of last year.
Okay, so like Luvitar is someone we've known for a little while. We talk a little bit more, but like Star Wolf last week was somebody that we actually don't talk a lot with, and like outside of the team and stuff like that. And Star Wolf was somebody that joined the team that, like, honestly, listen to this, like, really didn't come from like per se our individual community, like right here in this channel. He came from somebody else on the team that recommended him, that suggested him, and we went and checked it out, and we were like, yeah, you endorse this person, you're a team member, and we're like, yeah, we think you're great. Hey, Phoenix Fire. We were like,
hello, what's up, twins?
We haven't like, sure, he'd be a great fit. So for those of you that are curious about the spotlights, or that have a team, for example, or that are on the team, you don't have to sub to Matt and Joe. You don't have to be in our channel. You don't have to be watching us. It's about interacting with our members that are on the team and the various communities that are out there. Now, what we would like for our members to do is to keep that community intermingled, right? Adamus doesn't play a lot of 7 Days to Die, right? He plays a lot of different games. So he has a very stretched out community that's all over the place. And then you have Luvatar, who focuses a lot of the same people that watch Luvatar also watch us. So we have a very intertwined community. And so a lot of you guys are familiar with Luvatar versus, you know, last week with Star Wolf, a lot of people didn't know Star Wolf. And we met a lot of people, but we met a lot of people from Star Wolf's community last week. And that's the beauty of Twitch, and the whole point of the team is that the idea is that we are giving the viewers, people that watch other streamers and stuff like that, a place to go for more people to watch. We all go to our following list, right away. Just Mackie.
Mackie, thank you for getting that sub to Addy. I see some hype in the chat, please, for Mackie and Addy, please.
Now, that's actually a really good point. It is communities that like to troll people that dyed streamers' beards. So when it comes to like, you know, the Twitch, is that Twitch can be overwhelming at times. So a lot of times what brings people to Twitch for the first time is they're looking, maybe they're brand new to the platform and their friends told them about it and they're like, hey, let me go check out this game. And then they start to kind of watch people, and sometimes they don't have a good... No, you have to, Afro. You're one of our oldest subs. You don't have a choice. Sometimes you don't, like, sometimes you come to Twitch and you don't know where to go, and you come to not really good channels at times. And maybe it's a turnoff for the platform itself, where there's some really, really good streamers out there, okay? Sometimes you come from other platforms. YouTube. Games for Kicks, right? A lot of people came from Games for Kicks. Now they met Bearded Guys, and then Bearded Guys, they've met Luvatar and stuff like that. Afro, much love, dude.
Thank you for the 14 months in a row, guys. High parts and beard strokes in the chat.
Much love, man.
Damn, 14 months, nice.
I know. Afro's one of our oldest ones. He really is. He is one of our oldest ones. So we all come to the Twitch for different reasons. And until we build up a following page, you kind of are going around the dark looking for places to go, right? Yes, Miss Skippy's complaint department. But with having the Beer Brigade, we're providing you guys with another spot of a place to look for people to watch. So right now, if you came to our channel, we could literally say, all right, guys, we're going offline or whatever, blah, 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 blah. We have a link that has 40 members that Matt and I have watched. We spent time in their channels. Some will more actively participate in than others, but they're all part of our community, and we support and endorse these guys and girls. Listen, some of them are vile and do really crude stuff. Some of them will make you feel like you're on an acid trip, Adamisk. You know,
first one, Erican.
Yeah, Erican,
exactly. Same chops.
If I don't get to stream out, I won't do it. Yeah, no, Nismo, man, go do it, brother. Go do it. So there's different reasons why we're all like here, but the point is that we're offering another place for you guys. Shit, God, roar,
Jay.
Why do you keep doing that? Who are
Very nice,
you?
bro.
Go to the gym
Very
or something. God. Okay. So, some make you think you're Disneyland, but you can curse. Yeah, that's actually a really good point too. So anyways, we have a lot of different people that are on the team, and for different reasons. So tonight we present to you guys Luvatar, who you guys all know very much. I'm going to have some hard-hitting questions for Luvatar tonight. He does not have to answer some of them if he doesn't want to.
Bring it.
And at the same time, I'm excited to have Luvatar on. I have some things I want to say, commentary things that I like to talk about his channel, stuff like that. And I'd like to start off with saying this, that if you are not familiar with Luvatar, if we can get exclamation mark spotlight in the channel. I know Malgus has been putting in the channel a lot. That is Luvatar's link. So do me a favor, click on his link and follow him, okay? Roar. He just hit 5,000 people. Now, can I tell you guys something? Yesterday we had Luvatar. We had probably about 10 people come in the channel and say, Luvatar's like 5 people away from 5K. 5 people. And I kind of shrugged it off at first. And I had a couple people whisper me too. And I would like to say, as a streamer, a person with a community, that is a very commendable thing. Okay? It really is. Because, hey, welcome back, Phoenix. The reason why I say that is that you have people that care about your channel, about who you are, and all this stuff, right? That they want to see you hit those milestones too. When you start, yeah, is it Luvatar or Luvatar? I always say it wrong.
A Luvatar.
Iluvatar. Iluvatar. Oh, okay. Well, hey guys, guess what? This many months later, I learned how to say his name. Still will say it wrong.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's all right.
So Iluvatar, I do know the 402 stands for a zip code. So, but anyways, or not zip code, but area code, whatever.
Correct.
Great. Now we
Sorry.
don't know where he lives.
He's already said that before.
Just kidding.
Oh. So when it comes to his channel, guys, there's a lot of people that care about his channel. So I didn't really shout out his channel at first, right? When the people came in yesterday, and there's a reason why I didn't do that. So we got a couple people that are pushing for partnership right now on our team. CB the Great, which is in the channel, pushing for it. Iluvatar is. Adamus has a staggering amount of subs. It's unreal. And
yeah, he does.
all three of those,
I think Adam has some more subs than we do.
all three of those should be partnered, in my opinion. Right now, I would partner all three of those people.
Absolutely.
If I work for Twitch, all three of them. And all three of them I partner on different premises too. Okay. Oh, Shizzy, thank you for the Twitch Prime.
For that Prime sub, guys. High parts on Beer Strokes in the chat.
Beer Stroke, my dude. Stop yapping and start the interview. Text, this is the interview. This is the interview. So what I wanted to say was, I didn't want to really shout him out too much because I think that, you know, there's a part where Adamisk, CB the Great, and Iluvatar have built up these communities so much that there's something like I want to say is that these guys don't really need people to push them as much anymore because they really have done so much work on their own and have really dug the trenches and have done their own stuff. And
it's been a lot of work.
Oh, Shizzy, thank you, man. I'm glad you got your beard close up. And I'm really proud of you guys. But let's focus on Iluvatar, right? There's a part of where I'm a little bit harder on Iluvatar and CB more because I talk to CB a little bit more like we do with Iluvatar. But I'm a little harder because I tell CB all the time that you guys are close to partner, right? You're about to be partners. And so, like, you're about to get a check mark, which is a milestone, which is fantastic. But you're literally just about to start all the way over in a sense. And you have to have strong foundations that are built on your own, that are built by you. And these guys have done that. Okay, and I'm saying guys because I'm talking to the three, but they really have, and I tell CB all the time. But I've been noticing that I've been seeing these guys pushing each other really hard too, which has been fantastic. And I'm really happy to see that. So, you know, CB wasn't doing so much of a big partner push whenever we interviewed him. Otherwise, I'd be kind of saying the same things to CB. And I'm focusing like that on Iluvatar tonight, guys. He's right there on the cusp. Okay, according to achievements, he's earned what he's at. But he's at that part that we're really proud and we're excited to see where he goes next. So I just want to let you know that I've seen a lot of growth in your channel. I've seen a lot of things changes. I have seen a lot of the quality of your channel in the last 7 months change a lot. So absolutely. I commend you on that. I'm very proud of you as a team member. And I know that a lot of times you probably think we stay pretty quiet. And we kind of do that on purpose. So it doesn't go we're always watching. Yeah, it's not it's not that it doesn't, it's not said. We see it, man, and we're really excited for what you've created, so keep that up. So anyways, that was the monologue, but
appreciate it.
That being said, let's talk about your name. Where did Iluvatar 402 come from?
Well, the 402 is my area code. Like to represent the middle of nowhere, Nebraska. Well,
Nebraska. Hi, can we get who's in the chats from Nebraska?
Yeah, who we have in from Nebraska? That'd be interesting to see. You don't find many on Twitch, that's for sure.
Prime. I mean, he's from Nebraska.
Well,
maybe he didn't want people to know that.
Said that, didn't he? Maybe he didn't. Oh God. Whoops. It's not. Iluvatar said it.
What did your Iluvatar?
Yeah, I said yes.
So where did the Iluvatar come from though? Like that.
Lord of the Rings. One of the books I read, none of the Lord of the Rings or like the Hobbits, called the Silmarillion.
Yes.
And Iluvatar is essentially the top god who created everything, essentially.
Okay, cool.
And it's something that it's one of those names that I didn't see. You know, you see Boromir, all the regular names in Lord of the Rings everywhere, and I tried to find something that wasn't used a lot, and it really isn't used a lot. So I kind of went with that.
Have you ever thought about dropping the 402 or do you like? I noticed that there are things in your channel that have 402 that you refer
Mm-hmm.
to as like the 402 bot and stuff like that. And then I was kind of curious. Is there? This explains the beard color. That was a Soren from what is his name from Lord of the Rings that has the white beard, or Gandalf, or there could be a lot of them.
Sauron, but that's okay.
Saruman, yeah, there it is. So I see you use both. Are you really tied to that? Have you ever thought about that being like just going to the Iluvatar or anything like that?
Well, I've given it a lot of thought as far as dropping that, but I'm kind of partial to representing the Nebraska area, the 402 area, because I don't know of a lot of streamers that
That's
are
cool,
around
dude.
here.
That's cool.
As like an identifier. And I know Pocket Ninja, she's kind of from the area as well. So, but it's definitely, and I also like it as as branding aspect goes. It really sticks out there, and it's something easy to remember.
Yeah. I'm not saying you need to. I like it. I was just kind of curious because I see people that have like certain names that, you know, are one way or the other, or like dual names. And I've seen where like people like Kismet, you mentioned him earlier. Kismet dropped the Ring of Destiny finally, and he had the Ring of Destiny forever, so it was part of his guild and stuff like that. So I was always kind of curious if you would just, you know, ever change it. I always thought it was Dyslexic 420. Glad we were able to clear that up in the spotlight.
Yes, get that taken care of.
Okay, people probably come in and are like, "What's up, dude?" When he's in the chair like this, like slouched down doing a stream, they're like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
that's relax mode."
This guy right here, he knows about that 402 hype." So let me ask you this, and I kind of know the background of this a little bit, but you did not start on Twitch as your main like content creating platform, correct?
Correct. It was I actually started on YouTube.
And what was your aspirations with that? Like your channel, like what were you doing on YouTube? What kind of videos are you still doing? That kind of stuff.
Well, I started out with doing 7 Days to Die. Actually, I started doing Starvation mod and a little bit of vanilla, but mainly Starvation mod videos. I actually got over 90 videos on YouTube right now still, and I do plan on getting back to it once I kind of get my next goal done, which is partnership, and then. That's what, like you said, that's when it really starts up, and YouTube is going to be a part of that in the future with all the fun stuff that can be done with it. So it's definitely something that's going to be rejuvenated in the future.
It's kind of funny. You're not limited to just partnership to do that, but like I feel like that's what happens to a lot of partners. They get partnered and they're like, okay, I'm partner now on Twitch. Oh, now I got to get my name out like everywhere, right? Like not just the one place, but for people that are affiliates and people that are like not even affiliates yet or just starting out, it's important for like Luvatar and 402 that's associated. People know who he is wherever he's at, and that's like the goal, right? So you don't have to wait to partnership, But I find that a lot of people do that. Look at Matt and I. We're just now taking a day a week to dedicate to just filming videos. That's it, and we're producing like 2 videos. It takes a lot of work for us because that's not what we do normally.
Oh, it takes a lot of work to make any YouTube video that's worth anything.
Yeah.
Editing, cutting. I mean, it takes a long time to make a half an hour video for a Let's Play.
I have a lot of respect for the people that do it. I really do.
And my main reason why I haven't really hit back to it is I've been focusing so hard on getting that partnership goal done that I've been spending a lot of time on Twitch, and I haven't had necessarily the time to be able to start making those videos. So
let me ask you something though. So you came to Twitch. I remember when you came to Twitch, and what I liked about Luvatar is aggressive, right? So what I mean by that is that
can be,
yeah, but like in a positive sense, right? Like Luvatar is one of those people that is not afraid to say, hey, what do I need to do to work my way up? What do I need to do to make my channel better, stuff like that, right? Some people are like, I'm afraid of rejection. I'm afraid of this. Luvatar is more like, okay, what is the task and how can I get there? That's what I've picked up from knowing a Luvatar myself personally. And like I said, some of this stuff may seem kind of strange to him because I don't really talk a lot with him about this. It's kind of a reason Matt and I don't approach people about their stuff. If somebody ever wants to come talk to Matt and I, we will, hands down. You want to talk to us? I'll set aside time. There are many team members that Matt and I have. A lot of times it's Matt. It's like, you guys just need to shut up. You talk so much. But Matt and I have set aside a time, and we've just talked with team members or other people that are not team members about things. But we're not going to actively seek you guys out, because I feel like it's not our job to butt in and tell you what you should do with your channel or whatever. But if a person wants advice, another set of eyes, we're always there. Now that we're doing a spotlight, I will kind of give more, obviously, my input. And some of my input has been that, Luvatar is one of those guys that goes after it and will kind of try to get what he wants to go after. And I'm going to talk about something a little bit later on with that, about his streaming, stuff like that. But which is something that I really picked up off of Luvatar when I first met him, right? So you came to Twitch. What were your thoughts between doing the content on YouTube and the content on Twitch? Did you find it easier? Oh, absolutely. Dragonus. Anybody that wants to come to us, hands down. Like Nismo wants to talk about the stuff, and we were talking about it on stream, but I'll reach out to Nismo now that I know he wants to talk about it, and we'll talk. I always feel real, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I always feel a little weird offering stuff, because I don't want people to think I'm pompous or full of myself. I can't say that, hey, this works. What I can tell you is this is what worked for Matt and I. Try that.
I mean, and we still change stuff all the time.
We're still learning every day, and I think that everybody should be learning every day, okay? I think everybody should be learning every day. And yeah, what Miss B said, if you're not learning every day, you're not doing life right, okay?
I mean, like if you look below our stream right now, like we changed up our panels this week. Joe spent like
I spent a couple hours.
Probably 5 or 6 hours the other day.
Yeah.
After we did videos, I went home and started working on videos. He sat here and spent hours redoing our panels down below.
And I'm not happy with them, so I'm still changing.
And they're not like
Adam is getting some
like,
advertisement right there. New from Adamus, stream highlights just popped up on my channel. Adamus, will you quit promoting during the spotlight? This is not your time. It just popped up on my channel.
But it's something, we're still constantly changing things to see what works best for us, or for Twitch, or for this or for that, so
you can't stay static.
No, you can't. And you'd be crazy to think that people like Summit and Co Carnage and Towley and these big guys and girls, that they don't look at ways and evaluating to making themselves better. A lot of these people work with teams of people to help them offer insight.
Yeah, you watch their streams. Their stuff changes all the times too.
Okay, yeah, hang on, Shin, that's a good question. I'll ask that question. So, Luvatar, if I see something on the channel, I'll try to get to it and kind of put it in.
I'm watching chat
if you see me miss it after like a long period of time, feel free to hit it, okay? Just let me know. But I'll hit that in a minute, Shin. So what I wanted to say is that when Matt and I offer any kind of advice or anything like that, guys, we're not offering it from like, hey, we're Brigade Guys Gaming. It's this. There's 2 other people that do this for a living. Here's what we see with our eyes, and that here are things that we like or do not like as like our personal taste. And Matt's taste is different than my taste on channels. So that is the best part. It's literally 2 more perspectives. It does not mean that there is no right or wrong, because there's an audience for everybody. There is a toxic audience for a toxic streamer that likes to do it. There is an audience that for a serious streamer. Every spotlight we bring this up. There is a audience for Tex Cub. There is an audience for Atomisk. There is a little bit of intermingle between those 2, but for the most part, they'll be split. That is the beauty of Twitch, right? So keep that in mind. But yeah, so you started streaming on Twitch. Your first impressions of it, like were you seeing success quicker? Did you find it easier? Did you find it harder than YouTube? Like in comparison to YouTube is what I'm asking.
Well, as far as first starting out goes, Twitch was much easier to start out on. It had helped that I already actually kind of established myself on a bunch of, around a bunch of channels beforehand.
Yeah.
Not necessarily saying, hey, go on each channel saying, hey, I'm going to start streaming, come watch me. No, just kind of chatting it up, talking with people, getting the name out there. And but as far as starting out goes, Twitch is much better as far as getting that exposure to what I was trying to do. Because with YouTube, it's very, very, very hard to get views or get put on any type of preferred list or whatever they call it now to, get the videos going. But the main draw for me was the interaction with the chat. You can't do that on a Let's Play. You talk with, somebody will send you a message or a comment on there, and that's it. There's no live interaction, which is I find absolutely amazing. It's a lot of fun, and I can't see myself doing anything else, honestly.
Yeah, dude, I share the same like passion. So, um, YouTube is a different type of content. Like I watch Let's Plays for certain reasons. Like I watch Neeb's Gaming, I watch their playthroughs, and they don't do playthroughs, but I watch their little skits they do. I consider theirs like skits, and I enjoy them. They're like a little show for me, and I love watching them. And it's a different playthrough, but I per se don't necessarily like their like Twitch stream, and it's just different, right? But I also think it's easier to get a little discovered on Twitch because you can go into a channel and actively participate in other people in that community, and people get to know you. Whereas on YouTube, yes, you can get buried under a bunch of comments, but it doesn't mean that those people actively get to know you and will start flowing to your channel to watch it. So it's a little harder for that discoverability. Let's ask this question before it gets buried too far. What kind of business entity, if any, are you using for your business? So with that being said, let's step away from like the YouTube and Twitch. Luke's Heart, you being a partner now, have you done or are you doing anything as a business, or are you just doing it as like, straight up like here comes the income and it'll be like on the taxes, that type of way? Because that's a really popular question a lot of streamers have. Whether or not it should be LLC or not, kind of thing.
As of now, I'm just sole proprietor, however you want to look at it myself. I'll pay the taxes at the end of the year.
Okay.
Things like that. I wasn't sure at the beginning how far this would go, or if I could even, get success on Twitch. And it's been a hell of a ride so far. And it's definitely come to that point where I'm considering doing an LLC or something like that to, make it more official.
Yeah, Lorianne, that's very true. So, okay, so to usually I kind of ask this question first, and then, it kind of leads to that. But regards to, so when you were doing YouTube and stuff like that, what were your first aspirations? Like, was it like, hey, I want to, because we asked this question of all our members. Were you wanting to, I want to make content as a job, or was it like a hobby that you like doing? What was the aspirations in the beginning?
Originally, it was just something I was doing on the side. I got to watch it in a bunch. I found 7 Days to Die videos from like Cage, Games for Kicks, and then I started watching them. Found the game, started playing on the Xbox, and then I finally got a decent enough computer to where I could play it. And from there, it was just like, well, it's something I want to try. I know I can do it. Let's give it a try. It's something different. If it's successful, I can possibly, not have to work and do this eventually, do YouTube, or in this case Twitch, full time now, down the road. But I never thought I'd be where I'm at right now.
All right, so how long have you been doing this streaming? Hi, daughter Marcella.
Hello.
Sorry,
it was
like so random.
No, it's fine. I'm
Sorry.
actually trying to think when my first stream was. I think it was February 18th was my first stream on Twitch, because I was streaming on YouTube before that a little bit.
So you're not even been a year yet on Twitch technically.
Not even a year. No.
Nice, dude. Well, congratulations, man. A lot of success in that year. That's really hard. There's been people, we watched a guy today that's it's 3 years, celebrating, and the level of success is very different. So I want to ask you something about Malgus had this question. It's a really good question. Do you only stream now, or are you doing something else like as well? Are you working as well?
No, I stream only.
Okay.
I stream full time.
Okay, so as a Twitch affiliate, I recall you were hoping to go full time. Time wise, you have done so. Are you close to your full time goals otherwise?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're, as far as like the money aspect of it, it's you're not going to get rich quick on Twitch, that's for sure. Okay. But as far as what I've wanted to accomplish on Twitch so far, where I'm at now, I didn't think I would be here before my first year. But I'm constantly growing. Each month is getting better and better, and it's a hell of a roller coaster ride, but it's been a good one.
So okay, so to kind of continue on that, here's the question. Let's say let's play negative Nancy devil's advocate here. Let's say you don't get partnered, right? Mm-hmm. And let's say you stay where you're at for Subwise, and like another 7 months. You've been streaming what since February? So someone math that for me. 10 months, 10 months, 10 months, right? 10 months you've been streaming. So let's say another 10 months goes by, okay? And you don't have any more subs. You haven't, like, let's say, lost any. You don't have any more subs. You're not partnered yet. Where do you see yourself?
Still doing this.
Still doing this. So still pushing no matter what, right? You're in a comfortable state that like you'll continue. Okay, well that's not fair. Not comfortable state because you always want more. You always want to push more.
You always, well, especially with 2 kids and a wife. You definitely.
I can relate, right?
Exactly. After doing this as long as I have in my previous, let's say, vocations that I have done, I don't want to go back to any of those. Period.
Yeah.
End of story. When I'm done with this, even after a 15-hour stream, I still have a smile on my face. I can go hug and kiss my wife and kiss my kids, and
Yeah.
I'm not unhappy about my day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more. It's more about my own happipiness versus money at this point, because as the saying goes, money isn't everything. I would rather be happy than be a completely rich, pissed off bastard.
It is, Captain, and you know why I asked it? I feel like Iluvatar could answer it. So I have the confidence in knowing Iluvatar enough, feeling that that's an answer I think that he could do and he could handle, because it's a real answer, guys. For those of you that are watching, that watch this stream and know these people on our team, there are people that are aspiring to be streamers. There are people that would like to go full-time. There are people that have questions or people that wonder how other streamers do it. The idea behind this is to have all of us give you kind of our insight. What are we doing? We all do it differently, okay? And the question is, well, what do we all do? And it's something that one of us does makes it work. He's got 2 kids and a wife. I've got 3 kids and a wife, right? That's something that's very different, right? The only concern I have is, me personally, this is a little bit of a personal thing here. I always worry about what happens if Matt and I made this decision, right? I would never regret it, ever. Let's say 6 months down the road, things just are not working out. I cannot feed my family, okay? And it's just not working out, and I got to go back to work. Guys, I hope I don't, please. but let's say
you and me both.
You know what? One of the hardest, most crushing things I think would be is that I worry that I've really set this dream that we've done, and I'm so happy with everything we've achieved. I feel whole, right? I feel like we've achieved like this level of something I never thought. God, Futar, you seriously would give me a job in plumbing? Could you imagine? Dude, you better give me like a superintendent job. I don't want to talk about it.
Futar,
okay?
you have room for 2?
Not 2 superintendents. You guys are always in the truck.
Y'all could pull the plumber's crack off, no problem.
No. You be the superintendent. I'll just drive you around.
That'll work. I'll speak Spanish to everybody. Like, oye, trabajando más duro. Ahora, rápido.
Yeah, see, he could be the Spanish
Tío
superintendent.
Futar es muy enojado contigo porque ese trabajo es muy malo. Okay. Anyways, the point is is that I worry sometimes
BGG,
that like
Uncle Futar.
I could, like, what happens if I have to go back to work and like I couldn't do this all the time? I've gotten to where this has become my life. Okay. This has become my life, like the streaming with my family, obviously, and all that. But we're so entrenched with the streaming now that I can't imagine anything else. I think about my family and I think about streaming, and it's important to me that it succeeds and all that kind of stuff. So I always worry about what happens if I have to do something different. I would have a hard time going back to those professions or doing anything like you said, going back and doing something different because you're happy. Like what I think a viewer doesn't understand, people that go, well, I wish we could do more for you guys. Da, da, da. Honestly, guys, yes, financially it does help us, okay? There's no reality to it. You know me, guys. I have no problem saying this. Look, we do this full-time as a job. If income's coming in, Matt and I can continue to do this. And what I will promise you is this. We will do our best to try to improve ourselves, do better by the community, and continue to grow. I promise. That's what Matt and I will do if people continue to finance this dream of ours. But for those that can't, at the end of the day, when you come in and you spend time in the channel and you talk or you watch or you're just there, you still fulfill a side of me that is very important. And that side is that I get off this and I talk to my wife and I say, oh my God, we had this happen today. So-and-so gifted this person a sub who's never been able to sub. Somebody came in and told me, whispered offline that I've been able to do this because of you guys, or I started streaming because of you guys. And it's just insane. And there's so much that people do that they just don't really get, and we as streamers, Luvatar is always like, hey, I appreciate everything you guys do, and we say the same thing, but you just really can't convey and express what you guys do for people like Luvatar.
There are no words.
There are not. And you feel kind of sappy. You feel like a Hallmark card, you know. There's nothing I could say that would tell you what you mean, but it's true, you know. So, okay, so you're good where you're at. You're happy. You want that partnership. You get partnership. What's the plans for celebrating?
Well, consider that's just the starting line all over again. We're having a massive party.
Massive party. We looking at a big stream or something?
Big stream, you know, try and get see if we can find some games where we can get a lot of the community involved in playing on. And try and just play with as many people as I can throughout, you know, a 12, 15-hour stream, nice long stream. You know, a couple days in a row of that, I plan on having, you know, a few days celebration of partnership. And then from there, it's revamping the channel. And making those necessary changes to stay relevant and keep pushing forward, keeping that growth going.
So let's talk about this. He's going to start a new wrench collection. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about doing the things needed to do to keep going, right?
Thank you for your bits,
you guys. But I can't say there's been a few times I've kept streaming because you guys. Well, CB, dude, that means a tremendous amount, man. Thank you very much, man. Seriously. Going the desert. So here's a question, okay? Here's a question. So you are on the partnership grind, right? You will admit, or someone say Rich.
What's up, Rev?
What's up, Rev?
Rev, thank you for those bits.
Oh, Rev.
Bleed people Twitch Unity.
Dude, much love, my brother. Listen.
Well, Rev.
Speaking of that, you get to put 2 ornaments in Matt's beard.
Rev, you can put 2 ornaments in Joe's beard if you'd like to.
For every $10 donation, we're donating half of it to Extra Life, and you're allowed to put ornaments in people's beards.
For every $10, you can pick an ornament.
So you just did 2, brother. Thank you very much. You'll notice Matt only has 1. I have 3. That would even out if you're into.
Or you can lopside Joe's beard.
Hold on. If you're into symmetry, you can put 2 in Matt's beard. I'm just saying. So take your time, Rev. Okay, just take your time. All right, I want you really to think about this. Okay. So after that big check mark, then we can go play other games. Okay, Lil Devil, you literally hit what I wanted to talk about. So Luvitar's on the push, right? Okay. When it comes, Fubar, thank you so much for the resub.
Fubar, thank you for that 3 months in a row, guys. Hype
Beer Stroke
in the chat.
Thank you guys for all of the amazing content.
Dark Knight.
Listen, the wrench is greater than the sword, so the community's voice does not matter. So
beside his face.
Okay.
Matt,
so we can all agree here that variety streaming is very complex to try to grow a channel and a community on, because you're moving around different channels and all that kind of stuff, right? So the problem is that when it comes to variety streaming, look at the wrenches right there, guys. Luzar's got his own wrench. He's like, I'm working on a partner, but I've got these wrenches instead, and staff has wrenches, so we'll just put it on the other side of my name.
Shin said.
What'd he say? Did the battery comment earlier or something? All right. So the question is this. You know that variety streaming is very hard to build on. So Lutar buckled down the hatches, and he stuck to 7 days, right? 7 days has such a very supportive community. But at the same time, the 7 days community really enjoys 7 days a lot too. So, so Luvitar is done what a lot of people have done. They've said, "Hey, I find a lot more success in this one game, and I do very well." But he also combats the problem of he's played the game. How many hours do you have in 7 days?
Let's find out.
Can't take him seriously.
2046.
So 2046. So he's got over 2,000 hours. So he goes through the same thing that a lot of people go through. With that, he's got to keep things fresh and find things he wants to play and wants to do good. While there's other games, like what are some top games right now you would love to play?
Definitely
Adam, I have 3,000 hours right now in 7 days.
I definitely got the bug for the hunting, that's for sure.
Oh, dude. Hey, can I be honest with you? Very hard not to play it tonight. So, it is such a fun. It's addicting, isn't it? The hunting is addicting.
It is.
Don't talk about the hunting though. Rev can't get his game to work. So Rev can't get his
sorry,
to work,
Rev.
So.
No more hunting.
Rev, did you get that to work, by the way? So the question is, like, there's other games you'd like to play. Okay. So when partnership comes, you talked about, like, kind of reassessing the channel. What are you gonna do? I know. It's a sore subject. My bad, Rev. I was in the channel earlier. You're trying about 30 minutes. Let us know if you have problems, dude. So when it comes to playing other games, you get partnered. You're gonna start testing the waters and playing some other games, right? You know, what is your thoughts about doing that? Because you know that's real challenging. Remember when we played World of Warcraft, right?
Mm-hmm.
You watch the channel go down in flames. And it
Rip
changed.
Wild Guild.
It changed so much, you know.
Check out that video, guys.
No, what I plan on doing is I'm still going to keep 7 days in the main lineup.
Yeah.
We're going to, you know, it's going to be 3 or 4 days where we're going to be doing 7
Brad,
days.
I really like you.
And then I'm also going to try and find other community games that we can play on the other days as well. So it kind of, you know, expand a little bit on other games and still keep, you know, the main game as the main game. I don't want to jump off something real quick. I've heard a lot of horror stories about
I'm
people
hyping the
who got
chat for Rev,
partnered and then
guys.
all of a sudden they switch games because they don't like playing the game they're playing anymore.
Yeah.
And the channel's dead.
I know of some partners that have gotten to where, though, that they absolutely detest the game that they play too. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's why I just if I'm getting too frustrated with it, I'll be like, hey guys, look, I'm getting to the point where, hey, I need to take a break. Let's play something else.
Hold on, Rev. I offered to help you. I now take that back. Okay. Good luck on your game in 30 minutes. Okay.
Rev, he'll help you.
So I think what you just said was really important. And as a community, guys, you guys out there that are listening, okay? You guys that are out there listening as a community, listen to your streamer. You guys love Iluvatar? You guys like CB and Atomisk and Gattini and White Morsala and all these people that stream. When we say we need a break from a game or we're going to do something different, do us a favor, right? Give that game an opportunity. You never know. You might like it. There are so many people that have bought games because they've seen other people play games. And they're like, man, you know, I never would have bought that game. And they go, God, I love this game. So the thing is that when we do that as a streamer, you have to understand, look, Towley needs a break from his game, okay, from World of Warcraft. These people, we got to have breaks from these games. They're important. I love 7 days. I seriously love 7 days. And we'll play the hell out of 7 days, okay? But
well, you look at even Shroud, for instance, was playing 7 Days to Die the other night.
Yeah, he was playing last night. We have everybody in the world come and tell us, like, one after another.
Malgus,
I was very surprised to see him there.
Yeah, and the thing is, what people have to understand with that is huge exposure for 7 days. What happens is,
it's tremendous.
People in Shroud's channel are going, hey, I bought this game. Well, guess what? He's not going to play it for like we all do. They're going to have to watch somebody stream it, right? It is so good for the channel, and I can't say this enough. People do the whole, like, you know, streamers are our co-workers. Look, competition is great. It's about having good attitudes and good sportsmanship. Good luck, have fun. Guys, listen, it is good to have that. It is good to have diversity in a channel. It is good to have different streamers at different times. It is so important. If I'm on a diatribe about something and you want to watch something else, that is what is beautiful about Twitch. You can pop up another channel. Maybe you do not want to watch me build the Mole Mart anymore, and you want to watch something else happen. You can watch it. That is the beauty of Twitch. That is the beauty of following a channel and having it on your follow list now. Maybe you just need a break from CB the Great. Come back and watch him later. But what I want to really kind of mention is Luvitar's been doing a lot of 7 Days to Die, guys. He's on his grind, getting his partnership. And what I want to say to the community is do us a favor, right? So when Luvitar starts to incorporate some other little more games into a stream in order to, like, you know, get a little break from it, support that streamer all the way through, right? Open a window. You don't like it, maybe open a window, you know, and take a break from that game, but give it a chance too. Maybe you like the way Luvitar plays the Hunter. Maybe you don't like the way that we play it, but maybe you like the way he plays it. You never know. If you enjoy watching him play 7 Days, you might enjoy watching him play StarCraft or whatever, you know?
StarCraft.
And I get it. And I get it. Like, I get it. Like, there are certain games I don't want to watch. I can't watch MOBAs. I don't like watching MOBAs. I have no desire to watch MOBAs. So it would take every ounce of me to open a tab for my favorite streamer. But it is important to the streamer. So keep that in mind, guys. Luvitar has a a younger channel, I guess you could say, but at the same time, he's very close to his partnership. We're very proud of what he's done with his channel. And we also know, as streaming behind the scenes, I've seen the amount of hours Luvisar's putting in. Malgus will be happy that I'm saying this. Luvisar's really been grinding a lot. And you got to be careful too, right? I mean, that's something that's really important. It's important, and I think the best thing that we can do as streamers in a community is to be vocal about it and talk about it and say, hey guys, you know, I was in a Luvitar's chat today. And a Luvitar, this is what a Luvitar was saying. Guys, I'm really sorry. Luvitar's aunt has she's got cancer, correct?
Correct.
So Luvitar's aunt has cancer, and Luvitar's aunt watches his daughter, his kid sometimes. And so there are times that in the past few months that Luvitar has had to cancel some streams because she's been sick and had to do different things, right? He's on this partner push, and where consistency is one of the most important things that we talk about. Like, consistency is like super important. Here, Luvitar is, you know, trying to push for it, and then he's got this unexpected life thing that happened, and, you know, there's a concern with his family side of that. And I'm probably talking about stuff that Luvitar probably doesn't even think I was going to talk about. Good. Or may not want me to, so stop me if you want me to. But
you're good. I'm
in his channel today, and Luvitar is in his channel saying, listen, guys, I haven't been on the daytime as much. I apologize. Reality of it is that I've not been wanting her to have to watch a lot. Things have been a little hard for her, stuff like that. And he's like, you know, just letting you guys know. So I didn't say nothing. I didn't do nothing. He had no clue I'm going to talk about tonight. The point is, that's the right way to go about it. Twitch is a family and a community. It's more than just the games. And so when the streamer comes to you and says, this thing is happening, you know, it's important that as a community, we support them and know that's behind it and what's going on. As a streamer, it's important for you to be vocal with your community and let them know what's going on. Look, you don't have to let everything in your life out, okay? I don't have to be like, yeah, my wife really likes to do XYZ, okay? I don't have to say that. But the point is that he was kind of explaining his schedule and saying, this is what, well, I can't help it, babe. But he was saying, you know, this is the problems, this is what's been going on. And I think that's important. That communication is important. And I think as viewers, hopefully you guys, you know, respect that. And at the same time, hope you guys appreciate that too, you know? So, anyways, so that being said, so partnership, right? So you get it. You're going to celebrate. We're really excited. We're really happy for you. You know, excited to see you continue to push on a little bit past that and further that. We think that's phenomenal. Let me ask you this. You already have some emotes in mind that you want to make?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we got a few things that we do around the channel. I'd like to get a good cheers emote. Got to have the hype, you know. Got to have the good lurk emote. But as far as a few of the other ones, I was going to actually put a little test to the community, not test, but like vote or whatever, and see if we can pop some ideas out of there and see what the community wants to see as well. Because I try and keep my community involved as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean that's great. I mean they're the ones that are, you know, honestly the emotes are really about the community, not so much they're using it in other places, right? Other places, and that's like a big thing. So he needs an eat and drink emote. He forgets that a lot. Listen. Do it, dude. Get you a little food thing there. And, so let me ask you this. So you're a starvation boy when it comes to 7 Days to Die.
Yeah,
but I've been noticing.
I put in a few hours.
I've been noticing that you've been doing a lot of War of the Walkers and stuff like that, kind of taking a break from it. Favorite mod at the moment?
Still starvation at the moment.
Starvation still takes the cake for you.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I mean, it just depends what I'm trying to do. If I'm looking to build, I'm going to play War of the Walkers. Simple as that. With the the tools and things you get out of that mod, make building and resource grinding so much more easier and so much more quicker. It's just if you're in a building mode, I go that way. If I want a difficulty mode, I'm going starvation. And then I've been testing out some of the other mods a little bit here and there just because I haven't played them. Ravenhurst is a lot of fun. Halloween. Fury has issues.
I heard he had issues. I haven't played that yet. I heard that was a rough one. I heard
Fury
that was a rough
has issues. Just wear your Depends, Joe. That's all I got to say.
Oh, great. Wait, listen. I don't wear Depends. I just do it right in my chair. CB, you need it's not a shovel emote, not a shovel. You need something that says it's not a shovel. But obviously, you also I saw have some new artwork for your stuff, so that's looking tight, man. I'm really liking your mod a lot. CB would like to know what's your thoughts on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I could actually play it single player, that might give a better review. No, his mod has been a lot of fun. I haven't got to play it a whole lot. I've got a few hours into it, but definitely kicks up the difficulty level a notch.
Rev,
or
listen,
5.
I can't help him sometimes.
Right in the chair, Rev. Bruh, I'm a full-time streamer, dude. That's how we do it up in here. I'll link you the South Park video.
You know the
if I
whole
need
South
to,
Park
okay?
video?
I played World of Warcraft for 11.5 years. I know how we do this around here, okay? Don't
No,
worry, we don't break
CB's mod
TOS. It's not on camera. Just letting you know. Just we are make sure it's not on camera.
CB's mod definitely adds a few very interesting things to the game. I think I could definitely dig. That's for sure.
So why Marcella? Hopefully you're still here, but why Marcella asked this question a long time ago. I saw it, and I'm just now getting to it. Have you ever felt that in real life people don't take or accept your streaming as profession, or do you feel like the check mark would change that perception? So, two parts to that question. Let's talk about the first thing. Hold on a second. What did you just link?
Oh, God.
Okay. So the question is this. The first one is, when people like you talk, okay, you obviously talk to people, right, outside of streaming and this. You ever tell people what you do?
Yeah.
What do you usually say? What is your line? When someone goes, so what do you do?
I tell them I play video games for a living.
I tell people I play video games on the internet. What do people usually say to you?
Like, how do I get that job?
Okay, see, that's that.
Well,
that
let me rephrase that. It depends if it's a family member or not. If it's a family member, I usually get all right, how the hell are you supporting yourself? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
whole stick, But if it's a friend or somebody I meet on the street, they're instantly like, okay, how do I do this?
Okay, I get this one. Like one of those naked websites. That's what we get. Why do Matt and I get that? Like, we get like that. Like, so I'm like, yeah, I play video games on the internet. People are like one of those naked websites. And I'm like, no, what? Like, first off, I didn't say nothing about naked.
How did us going and playing video games on the internet
second off, it was video games
on the internet?
Third off, like, hello, right? So I always wonder why, we always get that as a really weird response, but do you ever feel like people don't take the profession, like, seriously, as, like, a profession? Or do you I always find myself having to, like, explaining it. Like, I'm like, oh, I play video games on the internet. Ready, here we go. Boom. And then I have to, like, explain the entire Twitch process to people.
Becky, you seen not on the internet. Just most of this thank you for the bits.
As far as some have an idea of it, ones that are familiar with the platform and things like that. Once you mention, oh, hey, I stream on Twitch. If people know about Twitch, then they know what's going on. But I've gotten it down pretty good to be able to give a little 5-minute rundown to somebody or less, and they can get the whole picture. So
the next question that he asked was this. He said, why, Marcel, are you even here to respect that I went back and asked, I remember saying this. Do you feel like the check mark would change that? I can't help it.
I don't.
Tell her I like her, but she can't criticize me, okay? I don't take criticism very well.
Why, Marcel, you forget he's Cuban. They talk with their hands.
That is actually a really good point. My dad's like, in the car, it say, hey, come in this way. And then the car, it go up in the air and it say, blow. And you're like, Dad, you're going to smack my child talking like that.
Oh.
All right. So do you feel like okay, what is a check mark? Let me rephrase the question. What does a check mark mean to you? Like at this moment? Because you haven't been around like CB has, okay?
No.
So what does a check mark mean to you?
It means a lot, honestly. It was one of my main goals once I got extremely serious as far as I am going to do this full time, and we are going to, I want to meet these goals that I've set for myself. It's very important that I get it. It's not necessarily, it's not a guarantee to help out at all financially or anything like that. But for myself, it's something that I've accomplished. It's kind of an exclusive club, let's put it that way. And I'm not trying to put it at that end, but
there's an exclusive club, by the way, just to let you know.
it's
Like, you're allowed in the parking lot, by the way.
Taco Anonymous, thank you for that 7 months in a row.
Very true.
At tier 2,
Nice.
7 months. High Park.
No, CB, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get why I said that.
Beard Gasilver, Beard Gasilver.
no, and
Beard
for
gets
someone like
over.
CB, obviously, you know, he's been doing it a lot longer, and I think that's kind of what you're getting at versus short term versus longer term people.
Yeah, I was just curious, like, you know, your perception on it. I think we would all agree that, oh, it's important to get, right? It's a milestone we want to hit, right?
Mhm.
I think the difference is that Matt and I talk from, like, the other side. Okay, we're partners. And I go, you know what? Honestly, that check mark's cool, but, like, the community is really all that matters because you have that before the check mark and you need to have that after the check mark. So
Correct.
that's the most consistent thing. The check mark does this. I guess when you go into other channels, maybe it kind of throws something out there. There have been channels that we've gone to and people are like, oh, hey, let me throw you a follow. I'm like, because we're a partner? Like
What's up,
that's not a reason to follow somebody. I appreciate that. But yeah, I feel like that sometimes you have that, but like CB's been streaming a few years. And then, like, you know, you've been streaming a shorter time, so I was just kind of curious, like, you know, before partnership, a lot of streamers put a lot of pressure on that whole partnership thing, right?
Mhm.
They really do. For us, partnership was a goddamn mystery, because you had like when we applied for partnership, there was like you gotta have 500 people in your channel. You have to, you know, like you could be on like different stream teams with like you put out organizations you're affiliated with. It's so different than what it is now. And it was like, oh, I just want to be a partner because I don't really know any partners. And it was just so different. So I was just kind of curious from like you, it's changed a lot and you know, you've been doing it. Just kind of your thoughts on it.
For me, it's more of a personal goal than,
Yeah.
I mean, for the community, obviously that, you know, it shows that we're growing, we're stepping up our game. You know, and the main thing for me is that we're growing our community, getting new people in here every day. And because each different person's a different experience that can be brought to the community and Twitch as a whole. And for me, it's about the experience a lot of the times and hitting my own goals and
What's up, Wilbets?
accomplishing something myself that I've built up is really what it comes to. They're saying, hey, okay, fine. Now I'm finally getting a little recognition from Twitch itself to saying, hey, all right, you've reached this point where we think, you know, you've got whatever, but I know I deserve check mark, and not to be conceited or whatever about it. I put in a lot of time. I love my community. We have, between our two communities, man, we got two awesome communities. That's all I'm gonna say.
We do. So before I ask the next two questions, they're good questions. Let me say this. Guys, we're watching Luvatar tonight. So Luvatar is part of our stream team. He is a listen, I don't like typecast. Okay, we're all in a sense somewhat variety streamers. There's a lot of like really old school streamers that really stick to one game. But we're all just streamers, okay? So I don't want to be like, he primarily plays 7 Days to Die, and then he's going to play something else and stuff like that. So the reality is that we all are streamers, okay? We just play games, we have communities, and we love everybody that we come across. Sometimes, we don't love everybody. This Rev Roach guy put this in my...
I love Rev.
And Salty Sea Dog, and Gautini, and I remember all your names.
Listen, I love you all.
If anybody here watches Game of Thrones, and you know Arya Stark, at night she says who she wants to murder. Just made the list, people. Okay, so
Hello, Crazy Ozzy.
address him as Wrench Lord. So first off, I'll address him as Wrench. I am not calling him a lord, okay? Let's just get that straight. But guys, Aluvatar is in the channel. If you're not following him, please do us a favor, click on his name, give him a follow, and make sure to check out his channel. Not right now, because you'll literally come back to probably this host right here where we're just doing this. So make sure to check him out. I'm sure you got all the social media stuff, guys. Make sure to do that. So here we go. Two things. The first thing White Marcelo said was this. White, we already answered this, kind of. He said, should the checkmark not pan out at this time? Should you not get partnered right now if the application is in? Will you continue to present the same content, or will you prompt you to reinvent aspects of your stream? So he already said, like, kind of like that he will continue to where he's at. I mean, even if like partnership didn't happen, he said he would still keep pushing where he's at and doing what he's doing. But that's a good question, a good twist to that question. Will all the Luvatar groupies quit putting stuff in chat, please? Okay, guys, listen. We know you love Luvatar. Will you guys? No more Luvatar groupies in the channel, okay? Speedworks,
Listen,
you started it with the wrenches.
I will ban his emotes.
Hey,
It'll purge those people every time it keeps going.
Yes.
All right.
I will ban his emotes.
The next
nothing
raid will
wrong
say
with them
message.
hearts or wrenches. Back off.
The next raid from Luatar will literally just say message deleted all the way through the channel. All right, so now we're obviously just kidding. My question to this is let's put a little spin to it. Would you, let's say you don't get partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you
Safe.
would you look into changing how you would do your stream? Like, would you look into making some adjustments at this point? Or would you continue the path exactly how you're on it? And you don't have to answer, because I know some people like to keep stuff close to their chest, and that's fine.
No, I have no problem answering that. And the question is, if you want to be a successful streamer, from what I've seen for as short or as long as time as I've been doing this, you have to change.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to change. If something's not working, there's a reason for it. And you have to be willing to change and make those sacrifices, whatever you want to call them. If you really like something but it's not working, well, it's if you're trying to make it a business like I am, as well as a living,
yeah,
then you have to change. You have to adapt. There's no way around it.
Yeah, I agree. Like CB says all the time, he's like adapt or die, or adapt or perish, or I don't know what he says. He says something similar to that. It's true, right? Like Twitch changes, and like, okay, so like 7 days. Skippy tweeted out today. Skippy0330 tweeted this out today. He said this right here. He said that 7 days to die updated their information. It said something about it's gonna be a little bit longer before like stuff. I don't know. They put like I did not see it, by the way, so please do not jump down my throat right now if I'm misquoting. But something about the timeline of content coming out. Skippy wasn't happy with it. Skippy said something on our channel about today, and Skippy and I agree with Skippy. I said I noticed that people are taking this content. 16 was a big change, and people burned through it really, really quick. We went to mods a lot quicker than we did at A15. And the concern is that 7 days, as the content's going out, I do think it's getting better, but I also think that it's been so long that it gets stale quicker too if we're not careful. And that's not on our fault or anything like that, but as streamers, we rely on game content. So what happens when a game that we play or been doing and just disappears and it's gone? You know, you have to adapt, right? You have to be stronger than the game. Yeah, they scrapped. They scrapped behemoths and zip lines a long time ago. They announced that like 3 months ago. And people were upset about that, CB. Now they're putting in boss zombies. There are going to be boss zombies, but not behemoth style. Not behemoth style. Yeah. So, you have to. You're both wrong. What do you mean? Scrapped or pushed back? No. Zip lines and behemoths are scrapped. Zip lines and behemoths are scrapped. But you know, those are scrapped. They said that like 3 months ago. I'm gaining about constant days, and I don't know how to find the answers. No, they said they were scrapped. It was actually put on the list of scrapped. Part of the problem with zip lines is the soaring from one chunk to another chunk on a server was going to be a freaking nightmare. Plus the way that they were going to do, like the way it was going to work, there was just too many issues that were going to run into it. So, hey, take care, United. Much love, man. That's a good point, Shin. Yeah, they were never officially in, right? Technically, they were never officially in. But anyways, so that being said, as games like, you know, was a reference to Dale. Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about Luke United.
I'm just torturing her. That's all.
So the question is like, you know, you'll have to adapt and you'll change. You'll do something different. Mass Violence, thank you for the 5 months.
Violence, thank you for that 5 months in a row, guys. Hype hearts and bear strokes in the chat, please.
For that hype.
Heyo. Okay, here we go. So with all the spotlights over the last few weeks, a lot of questions about streaming have been covered, right? And I know a lot of it's whites, the same questions, but it's different answers to the questions, right? Mm-hmm. With that being said, is there an ingredient that you feel most streamers overlook that you might consider to be essential?
Networking.
That's one that Matt and I preach a lot. Our latest kick has been this. This has been the biggest kick. because people I'm sure ask you all the time too. Now I'm sure there are people that come in that have one or two people in their channels that look at you and say, Luthar, like, what can I do to make my channel bigger and grow? And we would get that asked a lot. We'd say, like, how do you get more people in your channel? Well, I can't tell you how to get thousands of people in your channel. I don't know how to do that. Okay. Have an A16 preview. That's one way. But other than that, yeah. I don't know. So, but I can tell you what Matt and I've done to put our channel where it's at right now. And people kept asking, and I was like, I told everybody, I was like, be a better viewer in other people's channels. That's it.
Yeah.
Participate in the communities you're in. And by saying that, essentially, I'm saying to network, but network smart. Okay. I'm not a fan of the word network because it sounds so informal, right? Kind of, but it's what it is. And you say that's something important, right?
It's one of the biggest things. It's I think the reason why I have grown so fast as far as, you know, follows and the whole, to this point where we're already not even a year streaming and I'm already, you know, put the application in for partnership, got the achievements done and things like that. I mean,
thanks for the follows, guys.
After every stream for the first 3 months, well, I still do it to this day, but not as much anymore. I just don't have the time like I used to, just because my community's gotten so much bigger. But I would go into 5 to 10 streams a night, even after streaming a 12-hour stream, and just chat it up with people. You know, if they're doing 7 Days to Die or other games or a game I just haven't seen and I want to take a look at it, just sit in there, even lurking, and then coming out of lurk mode when somebody throws a question at it or something. But
hi, Lori.
Lori, take it easy. But it's really helped out a lot. I mean, getting that name out there. Then of course, the other big thing is like with Discord. I know I've got a bunch of streamers that allow, you know, shout outs in their Discord and things like that, using alternate sources.
Panda, bro, thank you much. Love, dude.
You know, social media for getting your channel out there, whether it's Twitter, whether it's you know, Discord or the Twitch curse platform or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And just getting it out there one way or another. I mean, there's at least I found over the last 2 weeks alone, like 10 different Twitch retweeters out there that'll got 50,000 people that are following them, and they'll retweet your tweets for your stream.
So we see, like,
Burrs, thank you for that 14 months in a row, guys. High Parts and Beer Strips.
Ban, thank you. Ban's one of our oldest subs, guys.
Hey, Susan.
Ban is one of our oldest subs, so much love, Ban. We appreciate that. 14 months, dude, means a tremendous amount. So I want to kind of just continue to echo on what Luthar said, and it's very, very true. A couple of things. So people asked us a question last week about the whole, like, hashtag support small streamers and all that. Guys, all of that's fantastic. But what happens is you can't just be like your Twitter. If your Twitter just says going live, going live, going live, I do not have any interest in reading your Twitter. You're not offering me anything besides going live. When I know what your schedule is, I know what your schedule is, right? So the reason why I'm bringing up the going live thing is people do that with, like, these hashtag support small streamers, hashtag retweet whatever, hashtag team this, hashtag team that. It has to be bigger than that. It's more. I know, buddy. I know, dude. Ban, hopefully we get some time, dude. It has to be bigger than that. You guys have to understand that networking, and like I said, I'm not a fan of the word networking, and I use it all the time because it sounds so, like, business-like, like informal, but, like, care about what you're doing, right? So, like, if you're streaming and you're streaming to become a career on it, I'm gonna run into these people places. I'm gonna go to PAX East this year, right? I'm gonna run into streamers. I don't want it to be this weird, uptight, weird thing. It needs to be, hey man, oh dude, I was watching you do this episode of this stream when you were playing such and such game, and I enjoyed the hell out of it, dude. Get to know other people and get to know the communities. It is so important. I cannot stress that enough. And I tell you what, if you stream 40 hours a week, stream 36 hours and spend 4 hours networking and going to people's channels, and I swear to God, you will have more growth. That is a Joe Bearded Guys Gaming promise. I'm telling you, you will have more growth by spending time in the community. Okay? It's a lot easier to talk to somebody that has something in common with you already. Look, when you start your stream up and you fire it up and you're at the bottom of the Twitch list, Unless those people that are hardcore about not looking at the big streamers go down to the very bottom and give you an opportunity, you may not get discovered. You spend some time at Bearded Guy's gaming channel, next thing you know, Joe's going to come over there and come check out your channel because, hey, I didn't know you streamed. Check it out. On Tuesday night, I'm not streaming. I'm editing some pictures. What do I do? What do I do? I go and I hang out. I go and I hang out in streams that I don't know. I had 11 tabs open last night, watching the different tabs. I can't have everybody's volume open, but I randomly turn people's volumes on to see what's happening in their channel, okay? I came to Joe's channel because I saw BGG talk with Grum. Yeah, I love Grum. Grumble, I actually don't talk a lot on his channel, actually, but I love Grumble. So that's just it. Like, you have to do that. It is so important to do that. And I can't stress that enough. And like, I get it. It's important to do hashtag team this, hashtag team that, hashtag small support streamers. But if we're all literally just doing that and not actually filling in the back end, it's a lot like the Beard Brigade. Guys, if we had this team and then we weren't doing spotlights and we didn't have something in common, all right, so we belong to a name. It says the name says Beard Brigade, yay, you know? And that's not something we want it to be, you know? I just started watching not too long ago and I found several good streamers from this community looking at you. Yeah, it's awesome. AOD, I'm glad to hear that. There are people that are going to watch this spotlight that be like, you know what? I cannot stand Joe. He talks the entire time and he seems like a pompous asshole at times, okay? I'm going to watch somebody else. Great, fantastic. I could care less about that because I'm glad that you have found somebody that you enjoy on Twitch. That's the whole point of it. Matt and I, since going full time, we have very little time, right, for ourselves. Man, when I'm on here, I want to enjoy what I'm watching, and that's just it. I want you enjoying Twitch and why you're here, you know. Hold on, let me see what Arkham said. How do you feel about retweets and follow for retweet accounts and all that? Okay, so let me give you a good example, Arkham. I had a guy on Instagram. He goes, "Hey man, you got cool pictures. I like your stuff." He goes, "Maybe toss me a follow. I'll toss you a follow. You toss me a follow back." Okay. First off, like, he could have been like, "I like your stuff. I love this picture." I guarantee you comment twice on our stuff, I'll go, "Who is this guy that likes our photos?" And I will go check it out, and next thing you know, I'm following the guy. That's how that works. Honestly, you can't hear on Discord. Actually, it looks like you crashed Discord. Hang on. Let me,
Oh. Hang on.
Yeah, hold on, it's Discord. Let me try recalling.
Hang on, guys.
Uh-oh. Oh no! That's in a horde night. Discord's not working.
Baby, come back.
Hang on, Luitar, buddy. Oh, hang on. I actually did it the wrong way. Says no route connecting. Hang on, guys. Try closing your Discord out real quick. Hey, what's going on, Wire? No, Wire, I gave up on that, dear. It says no route. Hang on a second. Let me, hey, restart your Discord. Try restarting it, like, completely. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, God, what the heck? Discord there, I was trying to do that. Yeah, I'm just restarting mine, see if that fixes it. It was saying no route to try to call you, so. Oh my God, I'm still on a call with you for some reason. Let me catch up with some of the chat real quick, guys. Make sure you're following Aluvitar. I know that Malgus has been posting in the chat, guys. Please do that. I don't even post on Twitter unless I live stream on PlayStation 4 because it's easy to post from PlayStation share button.
Oh, got teeny died.
I make sure to tweet out 30 minutes prior every day. What do you think about 24-hour live stream? That's a good question, Joseph. I'm going to ask that, okay? So on the networking aspect, what is your feelings about seeing channels where they have a bunch of followers, but yet very few follows? Not really trying to network with others and support other streamers. Lil Devil, what do you mean? Can you rephrase that? Like, maybe I don't understand it. All right, I'm going to try again. Ready? Try it again. Voice connect it. Okay. Yes!
There we go.
Your ugly face is on the screen again.
That's right.
Yeah, I
He
just
was
noticed that
jealous.
you were just standing there. I was like, why is he still staring at me like that? And then I didn't realize you had froze the thing.
Yeah, my Discord apparently decided to not work anymore.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
back.
okay. So,
I got a 20-inch box
Oh.
fan cooling my PC. I don't want to hear nothing, Red Nard.
okay. You guys follow 646 people and have 24K follows. Okay. Now, the wonderful, wow, you guys have lots of followers, but you don't follow a lot of people. Well, I'll give you an example. We actually don't follow a lot of people on Twitch or Twitter for a lot of reasons. Let's talk about Twitter, okay? I don't follow a lot of people on Twitter for a reason. If I were to follow 5,000 people on Twitter, our timeline gets full. And I miss things from game developers. I miss tweets from certain things. So, for example, Luitar pushes retweets a lot in his channel. Okay? So, of the 40 of you that retweet Luvitar's channel, if I'm following you, I'm going to see 40 retweets of a Luvitar. I love a Luvitar, but I already know Luvitar when he streams. Okay? So the point is, there are a lot of channels that are literally just redoing that. So on the Twitch side, the same thing. What happens is there's a lot of people that follow. There's a lot of people that we don't follow on Twitch. 24,000 guys. There are 600 is a ton of people to follow. Okay. Oh no, so you guys are saying we follow a lot of people? Well, okay. Well, okay. I thought you guys were saying we don't follow a lot.
Hi, little cookie.
I mean, it's not a lot in comparison to what follows us, but I will be honest. Our follow list has gotten a little cumbersome. It's very large now. There's a lot more, but at the end of the day, again, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, it gives me an opportunity to find someone I don't know.
And there's actually probably a lot of people that we could unfollow that aren't streaming anymore.
Mm.
You know, but there's no sense. I mean, there's a lot. That's a big list to go through.
Look,
There's a lot of people.
There are people, Arkham, that do like that. They'll follow 16 people and they have 15,000 followers. Some people do it because they think it makes their channel look better. I don't know. It's whatever. I don't really care. I follow people because I want to follow people, right? If you tell me you stream, I will follow you. Okay? I will follow you. If whenever we decide to do a little bit of a purge and I go in and you haven't streamed in like months, you can't get heartbroken if we unfollow.
I mean, that's how we go by. We go through and we look and see when your last.
I do that on Twitter. I do that on Twitter. If you're inactive on Twitter and I'm following you, I will unfollow. And I had a guy reach out to me and he was upset. He was like, blah, blah, blah. You unfollowed me. I was like, dude, you like what? I was like, first off, how did
Crazy
you know?
about thank you for the bits.
Really, guys, we all stream. I actually just saw you stream. You strum, dude. Can I change it? Let me see. Hang on, guys. My wife is interrupting this important thing here. The other one will not let me do it. The Flash. I don't know. It's grayed out. I can do Deadpool. I can't do the other one. The Flash was back there on your curio cabinet thing, or your thing underneath the TV in the bedroom. I thought. I don't know. It's not working, Summer. So take the app and you figure and let me know. So the networking aspect. What is your feelings about? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to catch up. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Let me catch up. All right.
Ow.
So, anyways, that being said, let's talk a little bit about like the starvation and 7 days and all that. What are your thoughts about 7 days? I have heard you be very vocal about your feelings on 7 days after it came out, and I have literally gotten on to you what I felt like gotten on to you, which maybe was out of place, but I'm very defensive of. I'm very defensive of 7 days. I'm very big on do not complain about a game that you don't like. And I think you had a lot of frustrations coming across. What are your synopsis now of like 6 months after it's been out, 6-7 months?
Well, first off, I love the game.
Yeah.
Don't ever take my complaints as I hate the game. I love the game. That's why I get so damn frustrated with it.
I'm same way. I'm very passionate about it.
You know, with the new alpha coming out and it taking as long as it did, that and then as fast as we went through the content that they came out for taking as long as they did is really what frustrated me a little bit with it.
Yeah.
The whole AI being broken completely definitely didn't help. But some of the features they added, like the electricity, the traps and things like that, I thought were great ideas, additions. You know, the distant POIs, all the different things they've added to the map, the terrain, have helped the game out a more natural, more natural flow to it when it comes to cities and things like that, as far as I'm concerned. And I wanted to see it get better. I mean, the game has so much potential.
That's what I feel like. 7 Days is really unique. He's been just as vocal here directly to the devs from what I've seen. Who Luvitar has. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Like, I get that. I also guess I talk more from a standpoint of Luvitar is a channel that's busier now, right? I do the same thing with CB. He's a busier channel, right? Other channels coming in that are looking to see it, and Futar not feeling much better, but thanks. Mackie tried to make Futar feel better, but it didn't help. But you know, and so you kind of become this you're like this, not like this official ambassador, neither are we. You become this, like, but people start watching your channel more and they kind of see it, and it's important for the things that are coming out of your mouth to be important. I think it's true or that's important. You're true to your community and true to how you feel about the game, you know. But I'm not a fan of, sometimes I see in channels there's a lot of unwanted bashing of games, especially in a game that, like, right now honestly has really helped a lot with the growth of your channel. And it's not the game. Okay, so whoa, Joe, not the game that's made Luvitar's channel good. That totally was asshole way of saying that. His channel has significantly changed since I've met Luvitar in the last, like, 10 months. It really has. And you've changed your channel a lot, but you spend a lot of time in the community of 7 Days to Die. So, you know, I think it's important that, you know, the communication with how you feel about the game is important, you know what I mean? So, I look to you as, you know, Luvitar and Erican are kind of the guys that I go to when it comes to, like, Starvation mod, you know? I give you an example, guys. We know a lot about 7 Days to Die, and I know sometimes you guys see me play 7 Days, and you're like, oh, Joe's naive to this. Guys, I know a lot about 7 Days, like a tremendous amount. I've spent a lot of time on 7 Days. I read a lot about 7 Days. I actually do not talk on the forums very much on 7 Days anymore. I didn't talk a lot before, and then I started talking, and then I actually kind of gone back to just reading them a little bit. Purposely, kind of. And I love the game, but, like, for example, I look to Luvitar for exactly, Mackie. That's actually a really good way to put that. But I look to Luvitar for Starvation stuff. I honestly do, because I don't know Starvation. I don't invest the time, and I love that Luvitar exists in the community to be able to offer that, you know. And there have been people that, honest to God, in our channel, we've been playing, people ask a question, I go, I don't know, you need to ask a Luvitar about that, because I don't know the answer. And I think that's something freaking fantastic to have in the 7 Days community. Sometimes devs need to hear the wave and wave of new stuff is great, but when it comes to the cost of breaking something vital like AI pathing, was it all that new content worth it? Yeah, no. I mean, I get that. I get that, little cookie. I get that. So, and we talk about that too. We talk about the AI. We had a discussion with Prime today about the AI. And I'll be honest, it did not sit well with me. So, it was not something I was super excited about when we talked about that today. So, what mod is Matt playing? Matt's playing Settlers mod currently. He's playing Settlers mod. So, anyways, you play 7 Days a lot. What other genres do you like? Because 7 Days falls into the survival genre, and I've seen you play a lot of subsistence. We talked about, okay, so we talked to Luvitar, like, kind of like roughly, and said, hey, in December we want to do a playthrough of subsistence with you, because you know a lot about subsistence with you. Yeah, the AI, just Big Dog, it's just AI in general, not even the tracking, just the AI in general of 7 Days. Right now we have people, Shroud is playing the game, and the AI, 20,000 people watching it on Twitch, and it looked like shit. You have Neebs Gaming that has 300,000 views per video, and there are dogs spinning in circles. And Prime said today, look, the dog will be, that'll be fixed. And sometimes it's like you guys said, what happens when it's too late? You know, timing's of the essence a lot of times. And when you're 4 years into a game, I don't think you're really at that point where you're like, oh, timing is, well, you know what? It's been 4 years, right? Like, it's been a lot of time to do some of that stuff. Matt and I are very much fanboys of 7 days. I'm telling you right now, I will defend it with all my heart right now. For every negative argument you give me 7 days, I will counter it with something positive. And there are way more issues, or way more things that are more like positive about the game that we could focus on. But as we play this game a lot, how's it going?
Host, buddy.
I think that is important for us as people that play it, that become unofficial ambassadors talking about it. It is Shin. It is. So, LBR, thanks for that, host, buddy. It is. So, that's just something we have to deal with. But that being said, so you play survival games. I've seen you play Subsistence. We were gonna play Subsistence with Luvatar. I'll be honest with you guys. I've watched Luvatar play it. I'm interested. Subsistence still has not really I have not bitten the bug for Subsistence. And there are things about Subsistence I'm not a fan of yet. So I don't really want to jump into it yet. And they introduced multiplayer like recently, which is why I was like, yeah, we can get Luvatar to play with it. And I'm like, you know what? Luvatar is doing a partner push. Okay. I want Luvatar to focus on partner push. And what that means is not like a Luvatar to be working with Bearded Guys Gaming and yay, blah, 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 blah. I need it to be a Luvatar is got his channel and he is making it happen and he is building that core himself, right? And he is strongly building his community, which he has totally been doing. We will do something afterwards. We'll make it happen.
Oh, yeah. Okay? No, it's going to happen. Plus, if we wait a little bit, the multiplayer might get fixed a little bit better. So was the other thing I was about to get to. I was a little concerned about, hey, multiplayer just came out, and I'm like, okay, well, it may not even be the greatest thing at the moment. So that's why someone big in the game community needs to be critical. If someone hated the game, they would move on. If someone wants to fix right, they are going to complain. Yeah. So this is great for at least half a day. Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, I've watched a lot of Luvatar play it. I really have, and well, you get at least 1 or 2 good days out of it where you get everything built and show it off. And yeah, it's still early access, but it's a hell of a fun game.
Are you by yourself on there right now?
Yeah.
Gartini's here.
Okay, Gartini's there? Okay. Yeah. I was wondering because, like, I was like, that's a lot of zombies for one person.
I got Gartini's out there running around again.
Yeah, Lori, I had a hard time with Subsistence. I wanted it to work a lot more than what it did for me, and I haven't got there yet. But so the point why the whole build up for that was you play like these survival games. Is survival the genre you like the most, or is there actually a genre you prefer over all those?
There's not really one that I prefer. I like to play all types of games.
Yeah, that's that way I am too. If I'm entertained,
I mean,
I'm happy.
You give me a good sci-fi strategy, I'll bust it out. You give me a survival zombie, I'll play that as well. I mean, as long as I can enjoy the game. And let's be clear, I don't have a problem with the learning curve in a game or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, where some games are really, really hard when you first start out. But I mean, give me anything. I'll play it at least once, give it a try, you know.
It can keep you interested for a half a week, even maybe. So what are some top 5 games you got? Top 5 games all time. Top 5 games all time.
Oh, good Lord. Well, 7 Days to Die is definitely in the top 5.
Yeah, it's in my top 5 too.
Given my hours played on it, definitely Rome Total War 2 is in there. Any of the Rome Total War games I love those type of games. God, Mass Effect definitely in there for the sci-fi RPG
never played
aspect of it.
I've never played it.
The storyline is absolutely epic in that. Plus the gameplay is pretty damn awesome too. No, it's until EA got their hands on it, but that's a whole nother story. Anyways, yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, other than that, it's just anything that falls along those lines. I mean, I've played a ton of Civilization games as well. I love Civ games. real-time strategy or turn-based strategy. I played a ton of Final Fantasy 11 years ago. I played a lot of that. MMOs. I've done a lot of WoW. It's StarCraft, whatever other Blizzard game as well. I've done Diablo. I played a lot of. I don't tend to just stick to one. I like to definitely mix it up, keep it fresh as possible.
Have you played Andromeda, Lori asks?
I have not played it yet, no, but it's definitely something that I would like to do.
And have you played Planet Explorers?
Planet Explorers, no.
Captain Romeo would like a shout out for how awesome your lacy beard looked. Why do you not grow a mustache?
Why? I just don't like it.
It's completely a random ass question I just asked you, but I always wondered that. You never liked mustaches.
No, they always annoy the hell out of me.
I was just curious.
Yeah, no, they always annoy the hell out of me, and for some reason, when I get a mustache full going on, damn hair in my lips, man, cracks my lips, and it hurts like a son of a bitch.
Okay, cool. That's cool. I used to actually do my beard like yours for a very long time when I first got out of high school. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden I started growing a mustache. My mustache game is like weak compared to like some people's games or some people's mustache game, like Sequisha. Mm-hmm. Sequisha's like a freak of nature mustache game. Have you tried Warframe yet? That's a game that we're
I have
supposed
not
to be.
tried Warframe.
I played the tutorial. Supposed to be playing that with Just Mackie, but looks fun. I worried that I will eventually lose like interest in it, but looks fun for sure. It's interesting for a bit. So did DayZ SA also break his heart? No, DayZ SA.
Never played DayZ.
I played like an hour of DayZ and then never got really like very far into it. Like I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do in this game? I didn't know what to do. And it's weird. Like there's some games that are more complex, and then I'm in them, So, all right, here we go. So, by your own admission, networking seems to be a major factor in terms of chasing success on Twitch. As the Beer Brigade grows in members, have you noticed a direct correlation in your own numbers? And do you feel like you're getting exposure that theory being in the Brigade offers? I hate why Marcel has like the really good questions, and he always asks like these one questions where it's like this really awkward question. So what he's asking is like, have your thoughts being in the Beer Brigade any benefit to it? And I've got an answer for you actually, but you tell me yours.
I want to say yes and no. Yes, and the simple fact is it does as a Beard Brigade member, you get the extra platform plus the cool shirts. I'm not going to lie there. Those are pretty damn awesome, by the way, guys. Thank you again for those. It does give you, because the Beard Brigade has a ton of really good streamers in it. And the communities are really, most of the communities are really intertwined at some level. So it does help on that fact. But the Beard Brigade has so many different types of streamers that not everyone who watches one is like this was mentioned earlier. Not everybody who watches one is going to necessarily watch 2 or 3 other ones. I think that is the diversity of the streamers is what really makes the team. But it also kind of can, limit it if you're in a certain game that most other people in the stream aren't going to are playing at this moment, something like that. I guess that's the way I can put it.
So how many members of the Beer Brigade have? Just curious. We're at 40 now, I believe, Lori, 40. The last application, we actually just brought in like 7 or 8 members. The last application we had, there was over almost 100 applicants on the form application. Prior to that, it was over 100 applicants for the Beer Brigade. So, yeah, it is a lot. So the one thing we always worry about is like, not watering down the Beer Brigade and like, where do we want to go with it? Matt and I've talked about having a separate, like, it'd be nice to have a separate team that is like a team that is, when you, a little bit more stringent criteria, like you have to meet these certain criteria, like even more stricter guidelines to kind of be on it. Because there's a lot of people that would like to be on it, and I would like to use it as a networking platform for people to have. But we have talked about doing like another team that is a little more in depth. We try to do stuff because it's actually hard to coordinate with the amount of people that are on the team. Lupstar was saying that the problem is, does beer play a factor in membership? No, it does not. Actually, it does not. Not at all. Luthar was saying that, sometimes while the diversity of the team and how big it is can be a plus to the team, it's also a negative factor too sometimes, right? Because it's hard to build camaraderie when you don't play you don't play Mech Warrior Online, and a couple people stream exclusively Mech Warrior Online. You're not going to be streaming and playing with them, So how do you build that camaraderie? It doesn't mean you're limited to go in and visiting those people. I urge people to continue to try to spend time in those people's channels and get to know them as a team member. But there's another factor here that's really difficult. Everybody's at different phases of their Twitch life, right? Some are new, some are hot, some are on the fence of quitting, some are ecstatic because things are just going fantastic. Hey, Papa 2, how you doing, my dude? Some people are really excited where they're at right now on their stream, and some people are down about where they're at. And what happens is that when they're down on their stream and they're not feeling it and they're wanting to take a break, then what happens? They are not paying attention, and they're not putting a lot of stuff into the Beer Brigade because they're not even really putting a lot of stuff in their stream. What we want the stream to be, okay? We want the stream team to be is for people to come when they're feeling that or feeling those pressures, to come and talk to the other members and use us as a tool to motivate you and help lift you up. But it is a challenge, right? It is a challenge. The team, what we want to do, sometimes there are things that I'm like, we are just completely limited by geographical locations as well, right? We would talk about doing a Secret Santa, and LBR was like, yeah, but I'm across the pond, so it's hard for me, because like the cost of him to do Secret Santa is more expensive to ship it over. Matt and I'd be willing to pay for the shipping for him on that case, or him buy something on an online store and just send it directly to the person's house. There are limitations to geographic locations, and we have to keep that in mind as well. So it is challenging. But let me tell you about Luvitar's path that I've noticed. So Luvitar did a series with Banlish for Starvation, and that's when I saw Luvitar's greatest growth. So Luvitar, I pay attention to it. Luvitar was streaming and doing his thing, and Luvitar, being a knowledge of Starvation, kind of specialized in it. He jumped on the fact that he knows a lot about Starvation. Banlish, who's a larger streamer inside of 7 Days to Die, started streaming Starvation, got to know Luvitar, and decided, hey, reached out to Luvitar. They started working together. They built like a thing there, and they started whatever. And then what happened is the timing of like when Banlish wasn't on and stuff like that. A lot of the viewers that watch per se Banlish, if Banlish was on his normal time, and I'm not here to talk about another streamers like who's not part of this, but they started watching Luvitar, and he started building a rapport with a lot of those people and started growing a community within that. A lot of you guys that watch Luvitar, maybe watch Banlish, also watch Luvitar as well. And he really started to grow. And as he started to grow there, he started to grow in other areas, and people started watching, and more of the community involvement in other communities he was doing. But that was really when I started seeing Luvitar do that. So what I would say to that point, if Luvitar will agree, that's when he really started seeing a lot of growth, is find something that you're good at, you specialize in, right? Like CB does the CB mod, that's his thing, and push that, capitalize on that. Find what makes you different. Matt and I, what do we specialize in? We're a dual stream. There are two of us. That is how we approach things.
You specialize in pulling a Joe.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, Red Narb. Exactly. So that's the way it works, right? A lot of people, but Luvitar had something to offer. Nismo was talking earlier about what do you do when it comes to sponsorship. He's like, you guys talk with different people. We're working with Logitech right now. And he's like, what do you guys do with, like, how do you get your sponsors and talk to people and stuff like that? And I said, well, the thing is that, you got to set what makes you unique as a channel, right? What makes you unique? Luvitar did that. Luvitar knew a lot about Starvation, and someone from the community was interested in Starvation, wanted to play, and it worked out, and he was able to grow off that, and he's greater than that, Yeah, I've talked to Zappa. Yes, no, Zambar, I have talked to Zappa. Yep. So anyways, the point of this is find what you specialize in your stream, find what makes your stream unique and how you can continue to grow it. You know, Luvatar's been doing this like 10 months, he said. So you've had a lot of success, dude, which is a lot of really great success. What would you say are the top 3 things that you have learned up until this point of streaming?
Question.
Top 1, don't be a dick.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And by that I mean, well, you know, don't in general, just don't be an asshole. But you know, don't act like you know everything. Like with starvation, I know a shit ton of starvation. Pardon my language and all that, but same time, I don't know everything.
There's PG title. Change title.
Yeah, whatever. Don't give me that crap. But yeah, no, I don't. When it comes to things like that, I don't claim to know everything. I don't know the magic bullet for streaming. I can only tell you what I've done to try and implement on your end. But that's mainly the top thing. 2, try and be consistent as you possibly can be. Life happens, and it's going to take a while to get a decent community built up. But once you have those regulars that come in and that know you a little bit, and keep them informed, keep the communication going. That's the other thing. That'd be my 3rd thing, communication as well. They all kind of go together, but you really can't do it without it, I don't think.
So let me ask you this. So those are 3 things that you kind of learned, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What is something that you find, and this is a tough one, you may not have an answer for this one, but what is something you found that you've done that you would advise people not to do? Like a mistake on your channel that you would advise not to do? And there may not be anything you have found. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, as far as I haven't done a whole lot necessarily. I mean, like I said, it's only been 10 months, but the biggest thing I can think of is don't abruptly all of a sudden change, like the games you're playing all of a sudden.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Really, I mean, that's the biggest one I can think of, is that stick to what you're doing. And don't let my fan and computer die. Yeah, sorry, I didn't know about the damn fan, Red Darb. Sorry. But don't switch games up. If you got something that's working, you're getting your regulars in for those games. If you switch up to something that's like completely different, you're gonna start losing people.
Just hit the mic. Sorry.
No, you're good. And the whole point of, especially if you're in this for the long haul, trying to grow your community, is you got to get those regulars in there. And if you switch games a lot, unless people are down with those games, you're going to start losing people. So you got to build that core first.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Matt and I know that firsthand, right? So like we went and played World of Warcraft. That's what we started streaming on. And we got to a point where Matt and I were like, we got a partnership, and we were like, hey, our Twitch career, or what we were doing with our Twitch life, was at a different place then. So like we were like, let's do something different. We went back to World of Warcraft. We said, let's do this. We gave ourselves a soft time limit, a soft number be at. We kept all that internal as to what we wanted to achieve with it, and we saw it. It was kind of a good way to gauge something, and we learned from that, and we saw what happened, and we learned from that, and a lot of people in the community saw, and hopefully people that are streamers that can use that as a lesson, or find a way to see that and go, okay, I remember when like Bearded Guys Gaming did this, and like maybe that wasn't a good idea, or this is not good, or I approach it this way, or how they did this, or I'm going through this, what should I do? Spent a good part of the stream tracking a deer.
I apologize for the endless tracking of moose and deer. Those things are too hardy.
Don't worry, it happens on our we got audio pop. Yeah, we cannot figure it out, dude. I can't replicate it. It's the weirdest thing in the world, man. It is the weirdest thing in the world. I cannot replicate it. So a couple things I want to ask this. Tell us something we don't know. As streamers, we talk all the time about ourselves. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is something that you feel like you have not told anyone that you're able to tell? Is there anything you can think of? We're doing good, Big Hoss. Thank you, man.
I'm thinking.
That's a hard one. We can come back to that one if you want to, but think about it.
That's one of the things I think that makes my community unique. Is I'm pretty upfront with everybody about what's going on in my life, and what's happening. So I mean, there's not a whole lot that I don't. Nothing really.
Thanks, Pop. Take care, man. So let me ask you this: take streaming out. We'll take what do you like to do like in your normal time? What do you like to do aside from streaming? Are there any hobbies or any things that you specialize in? Do you have any traits that you're really good at that you don't like you're like, hey, I draw people like my French girls, or I can speak German. Is there anything like we don't know?
Not really. This past 10 months that I've been doing is nothing but streaming. I'm looking forward to gaining a few hobbies once I can not necessarily slow down, but take a breath once I get my partnership, you know?
So glad you brought that up. All right, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Okay, let's talk about that. Malgus, you ready? Malgus, is for you, okay? Health and wellness of a streamer and overworking of a streamer and all that. Nothing is going to change when you get a check mark. Okay? So if you slow down, then it's the same as if you slow down now. You're not going to gain more time. In fact, if anything, you're going to continue to grow and you're actually going to have less time. I have less time now, it feels like. So you got to remember that, right? Like, you've been pushing really hard. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of work, and you've been pushing a tremendous amount. And I think it's really important that sometimes less is more, right? This is like, this is like Joe, head of the Beer Brigade, talking here, trying to be all like fatherly like. I've seen Malgus, I've seen people, the community cares about the streamers, and it's important, right? So like you said this a couple times tonight in the interview, you said that, yeah, when I get the partnership, I can maybe get more hobbies. No, nothing changes though. That's just it, right? It's not like nothing's going to happen when you get partnered, right? You're going to get a different email support, which takes close to the same amount of time, those replies, and you're going to have a check mark, and you're going to have more emotes, which the emote thing's really, by the way. You know that. Yeah. That's obviously, that's probably like the biggest thing.
Trust me, I'm waiting for it.
It's probably the biggest thing that we're all most excited about, right? Is the emotes. But the reality of it is like the work doesn't slow down. The less time doesn't slow down. In fact, you'll find yourself in a sea of pushing yourself harder. You'll turn around and go, okay, well, I'm partnered. I want to be a leader in the community. I want to push further. I want to do this. It's not like I'm partnered, I'm taking a break, right? That is not going to happen.
No, that's not. No.
So,
and let me, I guess I should clarify that more by slowing down. I don't necessarily want to say that I don't do planning in my things right now, but when it comes to the way I have it in my head and the way I've been planning it myself, like I said, I've been looking at this as a business. It didn't start out that way. I originally started doing this for fun to see where it would go.
Yeah.
Now I'm to the point to where, hey, I got to think long-term on this as well.
Yeah.
And what do I mean by taking a little more, maybe a little more time, not necessarily taking more, I'll reduce the streams a little bit, not where I'm going to be, oh, hey, we're only doing 4-hour days now from here on out, nothing like that. Yeah. No. But more time to plan things out, more time to get emotes done, like you said, get better quality streaming. Not saying that I don't do a good quality now, but I know it could be better. I'm always trying to improve,
right? Like everybody could always improve.
Your worst critic is going to be yourself.
Hell yes. Hell yes. And you've been doing the right things. Like your stream, I've seen it improve, dude. I mean, I've seen it.
And I'm looking at it as a step-by-step process rather than a whole ball that's at once,
Yeah.
I'm trying to hit this milestone. Boom, we're going to the next step. Boom, we're going to the next step. Boom, we're going to the next step till we eventually hit that theoretical plateau or top.
Yeah.
To where we're good and comfortable. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait.
I will say this, that since we became partnered, I think Matt and I actually work more than we did before. So I think what you'll find is that, yeah, there'll probably be some opportunities that open up a little bit more too, that you'll find that do open up. And because of that, you find yourself, we follow like OPG group, and like, they're a talent group in the industry. Everybody knows who they are. Everybody knows who they are now, especially. Yeah, Malgus is a pretty good critic too. We follow OPG groups like that, and people always reach out to me like, hey, when do I need a person? When do I need a person? And like, there are two of us on Beer Guys Gaming, and there are days that I'm like, Jesus, I feel like I'm like, did I reach out to this person? You know, did I email back Logitech? Did I talk to those people from Gawkbox? Have I reached out to the people that want us to play that game? Did I follow up with putting the legendary beards in? Have we sent the merchandise out for this? Okay, we got to meet the guy for the website. I actually find that we have so little time. So I just want to caution you. I know you've been working really hard. I just want you to continue to, and I want you to also make sure that you have that right balance, because I think it's important that, you know, you become partnered. It is important that you're still really, I'm not saying, and God, please, nobody ever think that I'm saying he's not going to, but you got to continue to be a leader in the community, right? I think it's important to, I think it's important when somebody comes in that, oh, Jesus. Mackie, you're about as bad a mod as I am. Jesus, dude. I think that
I think that was on purpose.
I think that Mackie's special. You know, I think that, like, you know, it's just important that we like kind of have the right way. You go through this like, oh, I'm trying to get to that finish line of partnership, because we did the same thing too. Like, we were like, what do we need for partnership? And they were like, you gotta have XYZ. We were like, okay. And we're like, let's get it. And we got it, and we were like, woo! But then, like, it does not stop, you know?
No. And I completely realize that getting the partnership check mark is truly the starting line for,
well, you know, just for a different page of the chapter, right?
Exactly. And then that's what I was kind of go with. Yes,
Yeah.
for a different step in the Twitch career, however you want to look at it.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Why more so ask this question? It's a really good question. He says, so as both of your channels continue to grow in popularity and people are now turning to you for advice and streamers, do you ever feel like you're in over your head and that sooner or later the bubble will burst, or you're confident in are you confident in your streaming? So you answered that. What is your answer to that?
Let me put it this way. I'm always prepared for something bad to go happen. If you're not, you're delusional.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to streaming or computers or life in general. Okay. Especially the last 2 years have taught me that more than anything. That's for damn sure. With everything that's happened to me alone. And yeah, it's very, very interesting. I don't want to say sensation or feeling when people come asking you, how are you doing this? What's going on? How can I replicate your success? And it's kind of hard to explain. I've never been in this position before, this is all new to me.
Yep.
And it's a great damn feeling. Don't get me wrong. I love it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just, it's like, man, I'm still a person. How do I answer that?
I really echo the same feeling. So I still get like this weird thing where I'm like, Matt and I are just two like normal guys, just fat guys playing video games that just have a camera up, right? We just talk. You get a lot of stuff kind of put on you sometimes. Like, people will reach out and they're like, hey, so and so passed away, having a really hard time. You guys really helped me out. And you're like, oh my God, that's fantastic. That's amazing. I mean, that makes me feel like you don't believe. And then you have people that are like, you really get me through the day. And I'm like, okay, that's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
It's a little bit.
Yeah. And sometimes you're just like, no, I'm just a normal dude. And I deal with OCD, right? So I always have a negative outlook on things. I always like think the worst because of just that's the trait that I have. And so I'm always prepared for like the worst. Ask Matt. Like, that is like what I'm planning for. Everything else is bonus. But then I do spend a lot of time, like you said, like it kind of takes you back because people will reach out and say, hey, how do you guys do this? How do you guys do this? I think the way that I try to keep myself level headed is this way. The way I said it earlier, whenever Matt and I offer advice, it's not advice of like, hey, Bearded Guys Gaming is successful. Success is measured in different eyes, different ways by different people. Okay. Completely. I think what we have created here is fantastic. I think we are literally just, I don't know how it happened, but I'm grateful that it happened. Okay. So when it comes to people reaching out to us, we're not going, hey, based upon our success, this is what's happened. We'll say, Well, no, I do that. I do based upon Matt and our success, like what we find successful that worked for us. This is what we'll say, and we try to give an outlook of like, we're not trying to say, hey, this is how you do streaming. We say, this is how we do streaming, and if you like what we do, then feel free to ask, or we give advice based upon that. And a lot of times I try to approach someone's channel more as a viewer. I don't try to say, hey, you know, in our channel we do it this way. I say that when I watch your channel, I don't like this, or I'm not a fan of this. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Nope. I'm a viewer. As a viewer standpoint, this is what I see. Malcolm said, I sense that you could get more time back if you either streamline your documentation or have someone step up and handle the administrative tasks. Yeah. Malgus, you can. So like, and that's really where like these companies come in, like OPG is their thing is, we handle the administrative work so that you can focus on the streaming. And reality of it is sometimes we, as streamers,
you still got to handle your own stuff.
It's still a business, right? And like what happens is, Eric can really put some perspective on something the other day. I said something like, yeah, there's not a lot of information about tax stuff, you know? There's not a lot of information about tax stuff and how to do tax as streamers. He goes, yeah, there is. He goes, it's called small business. It's out there. It's just not titled streamers. It's a small business tax. That's how it works. And I was like, oh, that's actually a good point. It actually is. It's just the way that I'm saying it. He's like, just because it doesn't say specifically how to do it, the government looks at it as you're a small business. This is how you do it, right? I was like, that's actually a really good perspective. The same thing with, as streamers, we don't think about the business end sometimes. No, see, don't take that back. I do, because that's how we approach our streaming. But there are a lot of streamers that maybe don't. And the administrative side of it, you know, you're just kind of floating on the wind. You're like, let me fire up my stream. But I talk about how I literally use time networking as literally business time for us. I allot time in our week for that. So
it's one of the things I got to work on is better organization. That's for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna find, right? Like, you're gonna find that, you know, it got crazier, man, when like merchandising and stuff like that. Like, we set up the legendary beard stuff, and we have like the names and like how we do things out. And we have like the website. There's like so many like working parts. And I was explaining to someone, I talked about this in the stream earlier today. I was explaining to my buddy that's doing the website. He was like, yeah, so how does the stream work? Like, oh, Twitch has like a support for that. I go, no. I was like, you don't understand. Twitch is like, we use like 7 apps to make our stream run. There's like 7 programs that we run. We run a soundboard programs, and then we run a donation program. We run an extension for our alerts. We run a program that actually broadcasts the signal and uploads it to the Twitch, you know, digest servers. You know, it's one of those things like you're like, no, there's actually a lot of parts to it. Then you break out the stream, and it's the same way.
Well, that's one of the things. The first things that got me was how, I don't want to say, well, it's not complicated anymore, but when I first started, it was one hell of a complicated thing to get a decent stream going.
Yeah. And sometimes time to discuss stream elements. What do you mean? I mean, I've looked at stream elements. I prefer Streamlabs over stream elements. Like, there are flavor of the month stuff. I get it. People like it. And you'll see like some channels pop up and they use it. There are things that work well. For example, XSplit. XSplit's great, right? It does not work for Bearded Guys Gaming. Okay? We paid for like the premium XSplit. Does not work for Bearded Guys Gaming because of the way that we do our a lot of our scene switching. It doesn't have enough of the things for us to support the amount that we do with the dual cast. It does not work. Stream Elements at this time.
Great for recording.
Yeah, Stream Elements at this time does not work for us. It may be beautiful for another channel, does not work for us. That is part of the problem with streaming, is that streaming is so different that you have to have all these different types of programs out there. I mean, I don't know how eventually they'll one day streamline it.
Well, I mean, look how many different bots are out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the truth, right? So like, you know, we say Onkbot is king. We love Onkbot, or it's like what is it called, like Streamlab bot or whatever now, chat bot or Stream Chat
bot, yeah.
Yeah. You know, we say that that's like the primo. That's what we like. It's the primo. And but there are people that you go to some channels, they swear by Nightbot. I mean, they've used it for years and swear by Nightbot. You know, so That's just the way it is. Everything's just so vastly different. It really is.
Thank you, Wire.
But like, unfortunately, until Stream Elements starts doing our legendary beard stuff and ordering merchandise and talking to sponsors and all that, they're not it's not really adding or reducing anything for us, unfortunately. So we do use there's things I look at on Stream Elements too. That's one of the problems I found, is that there's a lot of these programs that have like a little thing that I like. So like, okay, let me give you a fantastic example. So Muxy, we don't use Muxy, but I still go to Muxy, because in Muxy they have a cheer section that you can go to that tallies up the totals very nicely. Now Streamlabs does too, okay? But the Muxy version is a lot prettier. It really is. More appealing on the eyes, a little prettier, a little more, it's put together, like it's a little more user-friendly. And I still log into Muxy like once a week, hit the button, pop it out, and update the stuff. And that's how I do that. I use the Muxy for that. It's the only thing I use it for. There's like these little programs that there's like these little things that you get used to using. And also, honestly, like the Discord video, there are reasons like, we didn't use Discord video, right? We used Skype for a long time because it's what we were comfortable with and familiar with. I also think tonight was a really good example of that. Discord is not 100%, guys. You quit acting like it is.
It's definitely not.
No, dude, people forever were like, "Ooh, Discord." I was like, okay, I get it. It's good. I get it. But like
it has its ups and downs. That's
people
for sure.
everywhere does. It's what's important to us is like how quickly things respond, and how they react.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could do something different starting out with your stream that you would have done different in your first, like if you could go back and talk to yourself. You want me to sleep with you? Well, I'm talking with Mr. right now. Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
See him? What's wrong with his beard?
Nothing wrong with this beard.
Does he look
magnificent?
Does he kind of
majestic?
Look like Santa Claus? Come here.
Ho, ho.
Say it. Tell him. Say it.
Say it.
Ho ho ho.
You see his beard? Do you like his beard? Should I make my beard white like his? I'm over here making fun of your beards, and I have 5 ornaments hanging from mine.
I live with Santa.
I literally look like an idiot right now. I have 5 ornaments hanging from my beard right now. So, are you going night-night?
Oh.
Why?
That was.
Well, she'll be there. Give me a kiss. Okay, love you. Tell Luvatar bye.
Bye bye.
Yes, he has short hair. So if you could go back and tell,
go ahead.
If you get to go back to your yourself, like when you first started. Oh yeah, you're good, man. You're good. Oh, we gonna get another cameo? A little one?
No, little one this time.
Okay, I was hoping.
Well, fine, actually.
Okay, come on.
Come here.
It's a dad moment, guys. It's a dad
Come
moment.
here.
It's a dad moment. Santa Claus has had a child. Oh Lord.
Just wait. Wait for my. You'll come up. Can you wave hi to everybody?
Hi.
Yeah.
Look
Oh, you
at
heard
the
that,
beard.
huh?
See?
Yeah, beard. I know, white beard, huh?
Stubble huddle. Oh my God, I just saw that, man.
Right here.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna find out about I'm gonna find out about that. So how old is she?
She is going to be 2 in January. Can you blow everybody kisses?
Oh, well, thank you for those kisses. I'm putting them in my pocket right here. I'm putting them in my hat. I got plenty of space right on top of my head.
I know the beard is white. Yes. And you see yourself on there, don't you? She loves to see herself on my, because I'll switch to OBS and she'll get to see herself and she loves it.
Yeah.
Oh, big blowing kisses. All right, let's get back to Mama.
They'll spend a lot of time watching the Baby Beard will spend a lot of time watching the chat or watching the OBS.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Wire, you said a really good thing. Does that came from Red? Red said that. All right, Red. Let me hit that in a second, okay? Okay, hang on, Heatham. We'll talk about that too. let's finish the question we were asking. The question is, if Luvatar could go back to talk to himself for his first couple months of streaming, what would you tell yourself then? Not other streamers, not other streamers. Yourself.
Myself, be patient and take all the crap I had on my screen off.
Yeah, that's actually a really good one. Matt and I learned that. We know I think some of that stuff's good, right? At times.
Some of it, yeah. I mean, there's times to have certain things, but all the overlays and things like that I had on there.
Matt and
I got
learned,
to the point where I didn't want a cluttered screen anymore. You know.
Yeah, Matt and I learned during the Alpha 16 preview. We had a bunch of people that had never been to Twitch before, and their very first impression was coming to Twitch, and we had like bouncing emotes and stuff like that. And as a first impression, I felt like we didn't do Twitch a good service. While that is a majority of Twitch does stuff like that, I also felt like it wasn't a good way to reel people in for the first time to platform, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my God, does it say that, LBR? Thank you, dude. I need to fix that. No, thank you. I'm glad you are that one that will say that. My dude, thank you very much. I got to redo the panels anyway because I don't like the way they are, but I will change that. Thank you. They're the depenators. Actually, that's by the way it's supposed to be. Okay, Red Narb said this. Most people list PC specs on their channels, which is great, but why does no one list the programs they use? Could be incredibly helpful for new streamers. That is fantastic. That's actually a really good idea. That's actually a really good idea. Why do people not do that? I would say maybe they just haven't thought about it, right? I'm kind of the come in and talk to us and ask us. We're more than happy to tell you. But that's a good question. What are your thoughts?
Well, one of the reasons why I wouldn't do it.
Oh my God, really, LBR?
Is because if there's a known exploit for a specific program and you're advertising it, and I unfortunately had the experience where somebody DDoSed my server as soon as I got onto it the other day.
Okay.
You know, and this is again just me thinking for the worst, like I usually do. But yeah, somebody could. Oh, let's go ahead and exploit this bug here while he's doing this.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a good point too. That's okay. I gave out our. I clicked on a link in channel one time when we first started in Minecraft, and someone took over our channel 2 days. Kept DDoSing it until I made a shrine to them in Minecraft. Did. We won't talk about that. Hold on a second. Let me see real quick. So Speedwork says you're gonna have a white beard until the 24th. How did that happen, and how much did that cost?
Well, the beard dyes are similar to your guys' a little bit. It's a way to help me generate revenue on the channel.
Fantastic. You got a beard. Use it, brother.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You know, since they only see my face and my face is the billboard, let's just go ahead and work with that, you know. But yeah, no, it's part of the Game with subs as well as on tier 3 subs on Twitch. They get a beard dye or a full head and hair dye once a month, or anytime a certain amount for donation is made. They can call in a beard dye or that. And a group of them banded together and used all of their full dyes or beard dyes for me being white till Christmas.
You know, our community is fantastic at sometimes, and then sometimes you want to smack them all in the face.
It's just nice.
Yeah, Dragonist, that was Minecraft was we played in Minecraft for a while and we met some really cool people in there, but at the same time, wow. I mean, if I went back to Minecraft now, which we'll play some Minecraft eventually again, when we do it, it'll be a lot different than when I was in it before. Let me just say that. So Maggie, I'm trying to ignore your comments. So Heatham said, I've noticed that some streamers, when making a push for partnerships, stop hosting other streamers. Is it a pro or con to host others in a push? What are the benefits in general? So, okay, here we go. Let's ask you that. So what do you mean, Heatham, first off? Let me ask you. Let's ask.
I think he means.
That. Yeah.
I think he's going along lines that, you know, streamers are, at that point, if they don't host anybody, they're just trying to support themselves, and that's it. I can see it if that's what he's trying to say. I don't work that way. I believe that If I'm getting shown the love, I need to pass that love on someplace else. Whether you want to call it karma or whatever. And having worked in the fields that I have worked in, customer service, I've worked in many service jobs and things like that over the years. I've always treated people. I would prefer to be treat somebody the way that I want to be treated. Let's put it that way. And even if somebody's going for a partner push, I'm still gonna, like myself, I'm still gonna host up other people all the time, like helping, like with CB. Me and him have been, his night shift's been coinciding right when I'm getting off, and we're both doing the same thing. So I'm throwing the host to him a lot and trying to help him out. And I love helping people out. It's one of the reasons why I was in customer service field for so bloody long. I really do enjoy helping people and succeeding and things like that. So it's just who I am, honestly.
Okay, so let me tell you our side. They were on the couch last I saw, sweetheart. All right, so let me give you a little bit of my spin on it. So, we have Luvitar and CB and Adamus currently kind of doing a partner push. You guys will notice that Matt and I do not host Luvitar and CB and Adamus every single time. We very easily could just do that. So some of you in the channel might go, okay, you guys are dicks if you aren't doing it on purpose. I will tell you this. Yeah, hey, Wade, no problem, man. No problem, man. Appreciate it, Wade. Here's what I'll say to it. I am of the school of, Luvitar, CB, and Adamus have very strong channels. I really feel true about that, okay? And they have channels that they have to continue to build on their own. It needs that own support, okay? I can easily... Go ahead.
Same time, I mean, the way I look at it for you guys, trust, I understand not hosting all the time or every once in a while, because one, you have to keep your growth going as well. If you host the same person over and over, in the long run, it's not going to help you.
Well, let me say this. Okay, so, all right, let me skip this other point I was going to make. There are people specifically I know that will take on people and say they're going to grow you, and it is for their own benefit. And Matt and I do not want to do that, okay? I want people to... Good night, baby. You told Santa Claus good night. My wife just walked in and saw you the first time. I love you. She said, I want you to sleep with me. I said, you're gonna sleep with Mama. And she, yeah. So why? She doesn't want to come sleep with me. So where's she at? He goes, I don't know. She won't come though. Like, okay, well. Okay, so let me finish saying what I was saying about that. Okay. So there are people specifically that I know that will adopt taking on people to push them up. And I'm telling you right now, it is for personal reasons that exist. Okay. Exist. Matt and I don't want to look back and go, oh yeah, I remember when Matt and Joe were hosting Luvitar every single day to get his partnership. Well, why did you stop afterwards? Oh, because he's not pushing for partnership. What, should I not continue to host him though? Like, was it only a temporary thing? I trust Luvitar's content that we'll toss the host. We have a lot of people that reach out to us, new people and people that are old people we met at TwitchCon, people that are just starting out. We're playing a game, right? Today, Captain, go to their channel. Hey, Jinx. Go to their channel, Captain. It benefits the streamer. It's still good to be in our channel. It's good to be in our channel, whatever. But go to their channel too. Open a tab and go to their channel and interact with them.
Khadgar as well.
Yeah, or Khadgar. Let me explain something. Like today, for example, we hosted a gentleman today that was doing a 24-hour stream on the hunting game. Well, we've been playing the hunting game. Let's get to know some of those community members. Guys doing a 24-hour stream. Let's go and do it. That's a great person to do. Guys, should I host Luvitar? Hell yeah. But if I could host Luvitar every day, I would. If I could host CB every day, I would. The last thing I'm going to do is this, though. The last thing I'm going to do is say, I and Matt are making Luvitar partners. We are making this happen. Guys, his channel is strong enough. He is his own person. He is a member of the Beer Brigade. But he is a Luvitar 402. You know what I mean? Rotate them out. Yes, Captain Romeo, you're absolutely right. I have 40 members on the team. So you tell me what I should say to the 37 members that are not on their partner push about why I don't host them. And then tell the people that come into the stream that say we like small streamers and we don't support them, and DM them host. It's a very tough conversation to have. It really is.
It is. It is.
Listen, they are on partner push, right? That's great. There are people that may silently be on partner push that aren't actively doing it. You know what I mean? You got to remember that. So think of how cool it would be if you got 4 or 5 people partnered. It's not our job to keep people partnered. It's my job to meet people like Luitar, and then when I go to a con and I hang out with this guy, or this guy calls me and says, Luitar says, man, I've been having a problem with my channel. You guys got a moment to talk, and then we talk. That's what's important to me. Not, oh yeah, you remember Luitar whenever we helped you get the partnership? No. No, guys, because the success of Luitar's channel is going to be based upon who? Luitar and his community. A Luitar and his community. Not us. Okay? That's not where that comes from. I want to make sure that's very clear. So, we get asked that a lot, actually, quite a bit. How do you guys decide who you host and all that? Sometimes, really, we got people that are like, it's so-and-so's birthday, so-and-so's 1 year celebrate. Good God, somebody is always celebrating something on Twitch. I would tell you right now, Turtle celebrated his birthday the other day. Turtle's been in this community for a very long time. He's doing a drinking stream tomorrow. There's a good chance we're probably going to host Turtle tomorrow. I'm telling you right now, there's not much surprise to it. You stop yelling.
All right, well, in that case, tomorrow we're not hosting Turtle.
Okay, so hold on. We understand what you're saying, however. It will never sound right spoken out loud. Please explain that to me, Captain Romeo. Because I would prefer to not go forward until you tell me how that can be said, spoken out loud, that it's not spoken right. So, because we have lots of friends and we have lots of people that are streaming and we want to be fair to as many people as possible, we should... that it sounds incorrect to say we shouldn't host the few people that are doing that. What if Cheetah Flip, who has 5 people on his channel, at like tonight, let's say he's streaming 5 people, and he says I'm doing a partner push. So it becomes like, okay, well now we have. The point is, everybody's in different spots, right? And I'm a little passionate about this. I'm a little passionate because there's been times that I've seen people really take advantage of other people, and it's very frustrating to me. I work really hard for our channel, and Matt does too. And I've watched Aluvatar take his channel and grow it. I'm not kidding you. I've watched it go from no green screen thing to green screen with lighting that looks like he's got a bulb going through his head, right? to like all of a sudden I can't see his eyes, to it's flickering on the screen, to I can't hear him as well, to where it is currently. Do you know what I love? It's the journey that I've watched this guy on, man. I love that. It's been
a hell of a ride. And
it hasn't been Joe's been sitting in his channel, It hasn't been that Joe and Matt have been sponsoring him. I'm so excited to hear that he's gotten to where he's at and doing what he's doing by the work he's done, man. And that's what I think is important. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Mode. They're up on YouTube, so you can watch them later. The idea behind it is, and I know everyone's like, oh, Joe talks all the time. Well, that's part of the problem, but is to kind of get more awareness of Luvitar. I mean, the reality of it is that Luvitar is becoming a partner soon. It's happening, right? He's on his partner push. It's happening soon. He hit 5K yesterday, right? He is on his way. He is in this for a long term. He said tonight that no matter what happens with partnership or whatever, and if nothing changed in 7 months from now, right? He was where he's at right now in 7 months. He'd still be doing it. That's awesome. All right, have a good night, Lori.
Take it easy.
I'm doing a partner push, but I have less than 1,000 followers and 10 subs. Can you host me for the next 12 months? Thanks. That's my point. So for the people that don't understand that, I don't get that. Like, I don't think it's fair to say that it's not okay to say it out loud. Like, if someone doesn't understand why we say that or thinks it is negative, then I don't understand that. I don't. But you know what? I don't like broccoli. Doesn't mean it's bad for everybody. I've heard other things say the same thing about other streamers who appear to be doing okay. It is an okay thing to do. It just does not sound right when you explain. You can't really explain it to us. It would be better if said to guys individually. But it's a spotlight where we're talking about Luvatar and the process of why, for example, on talking about host, the specific question about host came up, right? Like that specific question came up about host. The question was, let me find it. It's right here. It was... Ephraim said, why do certain people do host specifically when they're doing a partner push, they only focus on 1 or 2 people, and it seems like it's more about themselves? That literally was the question, and that is why it came out. So in regards to answering it and sounding right, it's not I'm trying to sound right. I'm trying to explain to you that's the thought process behind that question and why we do it. And unfortunately, the reality of it is that if a person says, well, you say it and it will never sound correct, I don't really understand that. You're essentially saying most of us probably never question whether you host them or not. No, when I gave you that, you specifically said that it'll never sound correct why I gave my explanation. That literally was said. So me saying it was not a right way of saying it. So that's why I got on the diatribe about it. So, but that's the thing behind that. So the question was, the host to you, Luvatar, why do you think that people do glitter beards and ornaments? A lot of people on Twitch do ornaments, by the way. Throw that out there too. So the question is about the hosts and stuff like that. So I noticed you've been hosting up like OCB a lot, right? Because OCB is part of the team member. He's been doing the push too. Yeah, CB, yes. You've been hosting CB a lot and stuff like that, right? But you did say that you will host other people as well. Because why?
Oh, absolutely. I like to spread the love. I'm not a big fan of hosting one person over and over and over again. Long term, it doesn't help either channel from what I've seen. Because the other thing I've been doing a lot of, even behind the scenes when I'm doing my networking, is I'm watching how people are running their channels.
Yeah.
What they're doing and watching their numbers that I can see to try and determine what formula works the best to try and get, many people as I can. Because I'm trying to grow the channel. That's the bottom line. Let's not going to be coy about it. I'm trying to grow my community. I'm trying to make this a living.
Hey,
I got to see what's successful,
It did. Red Narb. It did, dude. No, but you just said it right there.
Yeah.
You just said it right there, right? You're trying to grow your community, right? And the reality of it is hosts are super important. Super important. I tell people all the time, whether you stream or not, host who you're watching. If I go into Luvatar's channel, right, and I'm watching him, okay, a little hard with us, right? Because when we go to raid somebody, I rate it, for example, the guy from the thing today, Luvatar, was I in your channel this afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay, so I rated that guy, kept the host up, the host on that guy. I rated that guy for 24-hour stream. I'm in Luvatar's channel supporting him, though, okay? He doesn't have the host, but I'm supporting him. Oh, Bricker, thank you, my dude.
Bricker, thank you for that 13-month resub, guys. High points on the chat.
I know, dude. Been around a long time.
Nice.
So
love you guys, do you?
The thing is like, I'm in his channel supporting him, right? The problem is, you want to host, right? That helps. It helps more exposure. The guy from the hunting thing today, I was in there, and Rev Roach came in there, and Rev Roach goes, "Oh yeah, I came from the Bearded Guy's host today." Okay, that's how he came in there, was from that host, right? You meet a lot of new people through hosts, right? The point is, though, from the deep down, from a streamer perspective, though, is that while a host is great, if you took away all 50 hosts or 200 hosts, where is your channel at? That will talk about the health of your channel as well. How hard it stands on its own is the question. Currently, right now, guys, there are only 150 people in Bearded Guy's channel. Okay, it says 196. Only 150 are on our link watching us. Okay, so a quarter of the people watching right now are not actually in this channel. So you have to think about that. A quarter. You have 100 people watching you. 75% are watching. The other quarter are in another channel watching. Now they're still watching. That's fantastic. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
But when the spotlight goes away, right? When the event goes away, or when the partner push goes away, you take away that quarter. Well, now it pushes you. If you were at 75, it pushes you at oh, I chose a terrible number to try to do math at. If you're at 100, it pushes you to 75, right? Which may mean life or death between where your channel sits in a channel like PUBG or something like that, you know? 25 people can bump you up 5 rows. There's a lot to it. There's a lot to the thought process. The thing that I wanted to make clear was that when it comes to a partner push or the host and stuff like that, look, if you feel good about the person that says, hey, I'm doing everything in my world to make Luvatar a partner, that's fantastic. You're doing everything in your world to do that, okay? Let's see how many hours you got in the channel. Let's see how long you hang out there. Let's see what you got participation. What are you doing in the community, right? That's a true testament, okay? But we can both be because we're doing the same thing the exact same time, but at the end of the day, I never expect to get his or anyone else's host because they're doing the push. Sounds appreciated, but if it doesn't, it's not a sign of lack of support. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. I've talked to CB the Great at length about this. So, and Captain Romeo, I wasn't trying to attack you, but like you, like said that, like my explaining it will never sound right, and I was like, what? Like I don't know, like I don't know. I think agree to disagree on that particular opinion on that or conversation, and I don't want like chat being like, oh, BGG host. We get that, we know that, guys. Obviously, we host people. Okay, it's not about trying to prove my love for a Luvatar, you know, and what's happening. I think if anything, hopefully a Luvatar has a little more faith in what he realizes, that there's a lot more that Matt and I watch and see, and we're really glad about than just something hollow of saying that, hey, ooh, we're going to help you get to where you're at. You're on the Beer Brigade, so we can get you to partnership. That's the last thing it is. Tonight's thing is to learn more about him. The thing with a Luvatar is that a lot of people know a Luvatar. You know, he's entrenched in a community that we are deeply, heavily involved in as well, you know. There are people that watch a Luvatar that do not watch us. I'm pushing help to push. When others in Brigade reach push status, push them as well. Yeah, I get that. So what happens, Captain, is the same argument we got from some other people. They said, collaborate. There are 40 people on the team. It is like mathematically impossible for us to host a fair amount. If 15 people tell us they're pushing on that team, mathematically impossible for us to host the people pushing for partnership, like mathematically. So how do you do it? At the same time, we stream, right? We stream. And because Gattini's not pushing for partnership, should we not host her because she's not pushing for partnership? That's my point to it. That's my point. Oh yeah, so push the giant collaboration. So the collaboration, right? The collaboration thing, right? Yeah, exactly. What's important is you let other people opinions what is important is if you let other people defend your decision. Well, yeah, I agree with that, Malgus. Like, yeah, it doesn't waver like my opinion, right? But I think it's also important that I think sometimes people are misinformed, or a lot of times, what was the CB spotlight? We went to CB's channel, and CB said we were assholes, which people might walk away from this say the same thing, but people said we were assholes, or CB said we were an ass, or a dick, or something like that. And then sometimes 5 minutes, or maybe misinformation, or maybe you're not in that shoe, you don't understand, you can't understand the relevance of it or how to do it.
Context.
Yeah, you just don't, sometimes you don't know. You're not being asked to raid 75 people in a day. Okay, so a little challenging. It's there's a little more involved in it. But like what CB said, so we're trying to do the collaboration for okay, yeah, but let's talk about that thing.
What's up, Ron?
So Luvatar, you're in the Hunger Games, correct?
Apparently I have been told that I am in there, yes.
Well, why have you not decided
It's
on your
more
own?
of it's not that I would love to do it. I just don't know. My wife's schedule is so unpredictable. It's one of those things where she's a massage therapist, so it's all based on clientele, and she can
Oh,
literally
okay,
get
so work
clients that
schedule.
come in at the end of that same day that are there that
So if work works, would you like if
I'll do it.
if her
Yeah, I'll do
her
it
schedule
if
permitting,
if
you'll
I
be
can get it.
there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're trying to do this big thing with people on the Beer Brigade. CB the Great is doing this thing called the Hunger Games. It's an event we're doing. It's like the Hunger Games, right? We go in. CB and I are going to commentate. Matt's going to participate. We have different people playing, like Arkham. Is he really? That's great, man. That's fantastic for 7 days.
He got the bug.
CB, for example, is playing. Or no, CB's not in it. No. But like Midnight Designer and like Cheetah Flip's in it, and like who else? God, a bunch of people. Robotsky's in it. Matt's gonna be in it. Supa being and Supa Maz, they sent their stuff in. I think they were gonna be in it. So we're trying to collaborate. The Hunger Games, though, and transparency almost just not gonna happen because of the coordination of said 40 people on team. Different times and whether they can be there or whether they can't be there or whether their schedule permits. Do they stream in the daytime? Do they stream in the nighttime? Can they coordinate being off? There's a lot involved sometimes with the team. So from surface level, you see collaboration and you think, okay, well, you guys should collaborate. I would like to see the Beer Brigade do more things on a server. Okay, but all 40 of us don't play the same game. So, like, secondly, find me a 7-day server that holds 40 people stably in A16. Okay? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That actually was one of the biggest frustrations I had with Alpha 16 was the multiplayer aspect of it really, really, in A15, yeah, we could have 45. We had 45 people building that castle for like a week. 45 consistently on for like a week. And then, so we thought A16, we're going to do these like servers where we could have like these like events, but we couldn't because the game just couldn't support it. Now the game never said that it could support it. That was the catch. The game never said they could really support it, to be honest. They've actually never endorsed it, supported it, said they could, but it sucked because we all knew we could kind of like push it and it would work for the most part. Then we would all complain about like the mini bikes and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But the reality of it is we were also pushing servers way more than they are, but then like we got to where like honestly you couldn't really, like now it's a lot less than it really should be, that supports it stably. What is the Hunger Game on 7 days? It's going to be an event that we're doing. Essentially the Beer Brigade is coming together and doing, CB talks about it almost nightly because he's the one kind of coordinating it, but they're participating in like this trial of like, it's like a free for all, like the Hunger Games. Have you ever watched the movie? Where people kill each other, like, we have like last man standing, and we'll have like, something. We'll try to come up with some kind of a little award or something like that we can give away or whatever, but we're gonna commentate it and to say all the stuff like, this is what's happening. Luthar just shot Matt in the back with a nail gun, that kind of stuff.
God, I can't wait.
And CB's got some pretty cool stuff in the works for like it doing. Midnight Designer made a promo video that nobody will live up to. No, well, CB, hey, White, let me ask something. Do you want some like just front facing and then side facing and then like mean and silly ones? I told CB that I would just do whatever, but what do you prefer? We talked about a flaming dress actually. Well, Red Narb, we talked about that. The way that CB did it originally in his channel. Yeah, it's gonna be a big event, guys. So we want as many people there as possible. We'll probably do some giveaways. CB put on an event like this already before, and he had it to where currency in the channel could be used to do like airdrop type stuff. We're doing it in this channel. So because we're doing it in this channel, the problem is like we don't have to change like the way we do some of the currency like that. So we talked about maybe doing giveaways. So like between the matches, Matt and I would set up like a giveaway and say, all right, first 10 names that get picked get the option to do this. We don't know yet. CB's still kind of working out the details. So I mean, we don't want to give away like I think I may be giving away too much, but it's going to be a pretty cool event, guys. It's a camaraderie event. It's not like, it's not like I killed Luvitar because he sucks. It's gonna be like a fun thing.
Oh no, I'm taking Matt down.
Okay, well, they got serious.
All right, spotlight's over. Y'all have a good night.
No, that's over. Yep.
There will be a giveaway for people to get the ability to call in either airdrops to help spawn, to hurt players, or choices. Yeah, so you'll get to like do things for like certain like rounds and stuff like that. Like, you know, if you win like the giveaway in the channel, you're able to do like.
You forget Luvitar. I run the show around here.
You're able to do. I just wear the balls on my face, so
He does.
you get to do
Right
you
on
get
his
to-
chin too. Very
Yes.
nice.
Lots of balls on my chin. So
Bald chinian. Very nice.
Shut up. I said today I was really proud of this because someone said something about balls on my chin, and I was like, yeah, at least I get. Prime said this. Prime said it, and I go, at least I get paid to wear balls on my chin. Burn, and they were like. It doesn't sound any better. Like you're like a
It really doesn't.
prostitute. Like, you know.
Just got them bad boys resting right there. It looks great.
But so let me ask you this. You played a lot of PUBG. You like PUBG a lot for a little bit, right?
Oh, I definitely think it's got another one of those that's got a lot of potential, but it's overpopulated right now. A lot of hackers.
So what are your feelings?
issues.
What are your feelings about that? About games that are like super popular, stuff like that. You know,
I don't have a problem with popular games. I mean, it's just when it comes to streaming them, it's if you're trying
Welcome
to
back,
get
Rob.
somewhere on a channel like that, especially if you're a smaller streamer, you're not
Sorry,
going to
Brian.
get anywhere.
Yeah. So your suggestion, people just starting out streaming that are like, hey, you know, like Matt and I.
Well,
Matt
if
and I
you're
started with
starting
World
out
of Warcraft.
streaming, if you're starting out streaming,
That's right.
don't jump to the most popular game. Find a game you like and love to play.
Yeah.
You're going to want to have a game that you can dedicate time to build your brand or your channel, whatever you want to call it. And then maybe go test out some of those other games. But if you're looking to build an awesome, a huge channel quickly, or, I mean, you really can't do that anyways, but some people get lucky, but that's here and there. You're not going to find a lot of success if you're a smaller channel on a game that has 150,000 viewers and you don't even break the top 5,000 people streaming it.
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's a good point, man. Hey, take care, White. No, it's a good point. Like, I always kind of liken streaming to like playing. Like, let's say you're like the greatest guitarist in the world. You know, the problem is, man, you may play in bars forever, and if the record label guy doesn't come in and see you, you may never get discovered. You know, we always look at we rank like greatest guitarist of all time. Hell, what if like the greatest guitarist of all time was never discovered? You know, that's like the crazy thing. Like, it may have never been discovered, and that's the problem. Like, so you go to the most popular spot. Like, I think it does Malgus. So like games like, so what's the similarity in all those games? They're PvP games. PvP games bring that aspect of it has a competitiveness. So it tends to bring people that are elitist slash and okay, not all of them, by the way, but elitist slash in the competition that want to crap down your throat kind of thing and sit on your mom's face, that that kind of thing. So sorry, why are you so tiny tonight? I've noticed all night. Did you move the camera down when we did the video? I've noticed tonight Matt has been like, it looks like he's sitting in a little bitty chair. You remember when you moved it down? We moved him down for the thing? Or is that a different scene? Hang on a second.
That's a different scene.
I just saw chat catch up to the mom sitting on your mom's
I think
face.
it's a different scene, but
You see how much smaller you look? Matt looks like a little chair next, like a little kid at the Thanksgiving. No, yeah, it's a different scene. Your camera's facing up a lot more, that it looks like. Do you guys see it? Where he looks like he's like barely at the table, kind of looking like that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to be seen. So what are some of the things? This is a popular question that didn't get asked tonight, Lutar, and let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
We get asked this like almost every spotlight, so I want to ask you, because I'm always interested in everybody's different opinions on it. How do you oh god, welcome to the grown-up table. Dude, seriously, look how much different you look. You look like an adult now. God, you look like the weird small man. Every time I look over at Louis, first off, I look at OBS. I have a Louis Vuitton's ridiculous face on there. Okay, like this ridiculous flathead Santa Claus.
Well, I'm glad you waited till 10 minutes to the end of the stream to say something.
Well, Louis Vuitton kept messing me up because Santa Claus vaping over there, and the whole time, and is missing half his head. Got a white beard. Matt's been drinking milk.
Don't smoke that tobacco anymore. I quit smoking them.
I've heard you talk about the thing, man. I'm really proud of you with that. That's really good. That's something cool, man. That, like, you know, that was one of the things that helped stop you smoking. How you feeling? Better now that you're not smoking?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Much better. I mean, I'm still technically smoking, but it's not a tar bar.
But it's not like tar, right? Like your lungs.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I used to
as an asthmatic who smoked for over 20 years, which is just a bad thing, I can tell you the difference is phenomenal.
Louis Vuitton looks like the giant at the top of the damn beanstalk. He does, because he's so big on the screen. So he does look really big. The proportions are throwing me off tonight. I look like I'm sitting in some adult's chair. Look at me. I look like I'm sitting in a throne.
Ed can't even go past the top.
I have to put a phone book underneath my butt.
You
need a little booster chair.
You need to grow up.
But one of the questions I get asked a lot is this. Oh yeah, how old are you? Because he said he thought you were his age.
I am. I'm 33, and I've smoked since I was 12.
Ooh, yikes. Do not, by the way, Bearded Guys Damien does not condone underage smoking.
Yeah, exactly. No. Kids out there, take it from one who started young. Do not start smoking, even if you think it's cool or peer pressure. You tell those people that are peer pressuring to go themselves, all right?
Except unless that peer pressure is making you come to the Hunger Games. So, okay.
Yeah.
The question is this. A lot of people ask, what do you do when you're starting out and you don't have a lot of people on your channel to talk to? Did you find yourself in that situation? Is there a streamer that you kind of saw do that really well?
Having started in YouTube and doing the Let's Plays, that's all I was doing was narrating. So it did help me a lot as far as filling the gaps. Now, granted, my stream, sometimes I don't talk on my stream sometimes too.
Yeah.
My streams are more geared to, hey, you want to come in, chill away, sit back, relax. You want to hop in chat? Let's chat it up, you know? A lot of times, I mean, I let chat drive what's being discussed. And sometimes I get on a little horse and go off on something, you know, but...
oh, God, I never gone off on horse.
God, no.
Or soapbox.
Your high horse, no, not at all.
Do I, Captain Romeo?
So, but yeah, no, it's having started the Let's Plays in YouTube really helped out as far as being able to, like, narrate what's going on.
Yeah.
And just be like, hey, all right, we're done with this. Let's go do this now, you know?
That's a good... hey, that's my emote.
The other thing is, make people feel like they're part of the stream. I don't ever say I try not to ever say I or me. I'll say we or let's all go do this, you know.
That is unique. You guys hear what he just said? Say that again.
I try and bring, you know, make an interactive stream by saying, hey, let's go do this, or, you know, make it plural instead of me, I, you know.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know something. I have 10 years of account management and sales, and Louis Vuitton just sold you a sales tactic. Do not use that. That's actually a good one. I'm just saying, it's really funny that you said that. That is actually something really good. That is actually part of communication and stuff like that. It is very impressive. Very impressive. So that's a good one. Keep going. All right.
Oh no, that's and honestly, having the customer service experience I have also helped out a lot too.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So like, it's a really good point. You know, people say that, and this is why we're in counseling. He never listens to me. I say we a lot. Yeah, it's actually it's interesting. I mean, it's cool that you do that. It's a good way to look at that. It's a good way to do that. You said something else that I haven't heard anybody else say yet. So he started doing Let's Plays first on YouTube, and he said that doing the Let's Plays helped him with that aspect, and that's pretty cool, you know? So if you come from the YouTube side where you're already talking to yourself in videos, makes sense, right? You're just doing it live. So when somebody asks you a question, you're like, oh, God. I mean, the first time I was watching Games for Kicks, man, when he came over here, this is what I saw the first few streams. Oh, sorry, Chad. I'm not used to having to talk to you guys. Let's see here. And that's literally like what he would
Oh
do
yeah,
and say all
he
the
was
time.
stopping his gameplay the whole night as
Mhm.
he's going,
Yeah.
and then I've seen his evolution as a streamer too. You can definitely tell those that come from Twitch versus YouTube versus Twitch. That's for sure. At least when they're streaming on the different platforms.
Yeah. Whose game are you? You're Red. You're watching Matt's right now. I sacrificed to not play so that I could stare at Luthor all night. Watch. Here's my gameplay.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for that 7 months in a row, guys. High Park Time Beard. Sure.
It's good
In the
gameplay.
chat.
Look, guys, I've been watching a
7
large
months.
version of Luthor
Happy
all night.
Friday, smiley face.
Literally all night. I still forget to
Walking
play and talk. I get into a tangent and it's on. Yeah, it happens.
Oh yeah,
you know,
I sometimes do Arkham. Yeah.
we all have different types of streams too. Like, you know, we all do different types of streams. So you said yours is more of like a, you know, a laid back, hey, you want to talk, just kind of relax, stuff like that, right? So
Yep.
we did have a question that was asked earlier. The person's not here anymore probably, but I do want to ask it. What are your thoughts on 24-hour streams? Have you ever done one?
I've never done one, and I could probably have no problem doing it as far as staying up factor. It's just
You have a back problem?
oh well, I got my chair works. My back's in and out. Depends on the day, honestly.
Okay.
I get up. I make sure to get up and take breaks when I need to. You know, things like that. What it comes down to is that I would have to, in order to do a 24-hour, my wife would have to take off work, and it's more about considering because she's the breadwinner at this point. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So you know, we got to make sure that we're taken care of on that aspect. Other than that, you know, I wouldn't have a problem really doing one, but it's just a lot of things have to go right on my end first before I could do it, you know.
Completely understand from like a family standpoint. So can I ask you some stuff on that? So first thing is from that perspective, your wife, like, so what is her thoughts about Twitch? Does she watch Twitch? She a Twitch fan or?
She's usually watching the kids and doing stuff, so she doesn't have a whole lot of time to get on, but she definitely is very supportive in my venture.
Awesome.
Let's
That's
put it
awesome.
that way.
That is awesome. She would have to be, man. That's awesome.
Well, we kind of had we had a little, I don't want to say agreement or unspoken agreement. And she put it to me the other way when she was doing her college thing for, you know, her massage therapy. You know, I supported her through that, and you know, we got that done, and now she's doing kind of the same for me on this end, where you know it's a whole new business venture for us, and we're just kind of supporting each other through it. So
that's fantastic, though. But I mean, you guys, like you said, like you had a kind of agreement. You talked about it. It was like a thing. And like that's what a lot of people ask us, you know, like how do you do it? Your wife do it? It's funny. Miss B's not really crazy about, like, I don't think she's like really big into Twitch per se so much, but like she's gotten more into it. Are 24-hour streams really a plus for a channel? For me, no, I don't think so at all. Nope.
they don't make or break a channel, honestly.
I honestly think you could stream less and be more beneficial for your stream than stream more, to be honest with you.
For me, if once I get to the 12-hour mark, I start losing a lot of steam. So
yeah, I think it's cool. You gotta remember, there's two of us, right? So like, it's a lot easier to stay alive with that. And I'm pretty sure that Luthor has enough stock in Pepsi as it is that I don't know what the hell he would do for a 24-hour stream, but like
it'd be interesting.
but like 24-hour stream, I find that for like when we did like the extra life charity, like it's a cool thing to do and it was fun, but like very, very limited, you know, like very, very limited. I find the value in 24-hour streams to be very, very, very limited. There is a lot more value in putting on a shorter stream with better quality than there is going a long stream where you look like you're gonna die. So there's nothing better than a supportive spouse. Captain Romeo, that's 100%, dude. I wouldn't be where I'm at without my wife supporting me. And
I wouldn't be there either.
Is it still challenging? Hell yes. Is it challenging for her that she probably doesn't say stuff? God, yes. But it's true. But let me ask you this: the how old are your kids?
2 and then 7.
Okay, so your 7-year-old. What do they think about your streaming? Ooh,
Oh, he loves it.
Care. Like my kids don't really think I'm cool that I stream. Like if I was a YouTuber,
Well, he's not really. I mean, yeah, if it was YouTube, I'm sure that'd be different. He spends a lot of time on YouTube. I can't pry him off his tablet.
Yeah, like
Um,
some reason they just
But yeah,
don't
he
get the
kind of
Twitch
gets
aspect.
it. I think once he gets older and realizes
doing
that,
good.
hey,
Someone that
Dad's
does it.
playing video games for a living. How do you get this?
Yeah. 8 hours. I've done 24 duty in my time. I have good luck. Have fun, y'all. Maybe we're okay, not my 24-hour stream, but just for the sake of it, yeah. Speaking of looking like they're ready to die, how are you, Matt? Would a 24-hour stream lead you to desperate enough to drink microwave tea?
No.
Man, I would probably drink microwave tea. Good. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had it. We down here in Florida drink
Speedworks is not in here.
we drink a lot of sweet tea here, so yeah, I think my kids want their own channel. Yeah, Cat and Romy, my kids would want their own too, but then like I have to do all the work for them. I'll be talking to them like, all right guys, a lot of work, and they'll be like, Dad, we don't want to do it anymore because you're not gonna shut up. So
Oh, you are here. Oh yeah.
and
And Speedworks, enlighten him about microwave tea, would you?
oh, let me talk about how much Speedworks must love Luvatar that he's up till 11 o'clock to watch his spotlight, by the way. Damn,
Ain't lying there.
Speedworks.
It's the
Appreciate
weekend.
that. That's a little late for you, brother.
It's the weekend.
It's the weekend. He don't hang around 11 o'clock for us on Friday.
You don't know that.
Speedworks.
You don't know that.
That's awesome, dude. I appreciate you doing that, man. Speedworks, a lot like everybody else in the community, guys. We see them out in the community. It means a tremendous amount, Again, talk like in all seriousness, talking about like our viewerships, like Luthar and I, we all share like the same stuff and the same types of like community. We have a lot of overlap in community, and like this community is like seriously one of the strongest communities.
It is.
Thunder. I've not
I
seen.
told you.
Like she has a camera in front of her. Cat and Romeo, my daughter's the same way. Like she has like a library of just nothing but videos. Yeah, but like we can't stress how much like our viewers, the support they've done and stuff like that. It's insane. It means a tremendous amount. But to go back to your kids, what about balance of streaming and then like family time and then like streaming? Do you find there to be a challenge with the balance of that? But again, you kind of like move your schedule around a little bit, right? So
I try and work around with what times my aunt can, come help watch with the kids. So my unfortunately my times do vary, start times, but I also get to spend some time with my kids as well during that time, which is really nice because I did over 260 hours streaming in November alone.
I know, I heard,
and so that was not a lot of family time in there. So anytime I can get, I take. That's for sure.
Does milk go in tea? I put milk in cereal. I don't think
Depends on the tea.
Really? I don't think
I
I've
put
ever.
milk and cereal, milk and hot chocolate.
Who the hell puts milk in tea? Why would
Depends
you do
on
that?
the tea.
I put sugar in it. That's it. Sweet tea. That's it. Listen, anybody above the few states that don't drink sweet tea, I don't know what's the matter with y'all. Matt went to California and goes, "Can I get a sweet tea?" I go, "Are you crazy?" I was like,
Listen,
"They are not gonna have sweet tea." Lady
I
goes,
was
"Oh, we
at
got
Hooters.
sugar
I
on the
was
table."
at Hooters.
It don't matter,
I wasn't sure.
dude. It don't matter.
Listen.
Just saying.
I've never been out there. I thought maybe they had progressed since,
Oh, you guys drink? I'm gonna try it. Like, do I put it in? It had to be hot tea, or can I put it in cold tea? Milk and cold tea sounds disgusting. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Have you ever had that? That sounds gross, Luke.
No.
Okay, so one last thing I want to talk about. You're a Pepsi
Mhm.
drinker.
Yep.
Such a. Matt likes Pepsi too. Matt is a Pepsi drinker too.
I only drink Pepsi because that's what my family buys.
I'm a Coke man. But what do you prefer?
I drink anything.
No. What do you prefer? Pepsi,
Pepsi.
or Coke?
It don't matter.
Pepsi.
There's not one you have a
No,
preference over.
no. I'll drink anything.
If you were at McDonald's and there was a Pepsi dispenser and a Coke dispenser, which one would you go to first?
Sweet tea.
No,
Pepsi.
that wasn't the option. You go Pepsi.
It don't matter.
My mom, I was raised drinking Pepsi. Like in my house, my mom loved Pepsi, but died of diabetes, by the way. And she loved Pepsi. And then I started drinking Coke, and I went back to Pepsi, and it was so sweet to me. I couldn't do it, man. Milk and hot tea, I could see. I don't know about
Yeah,
cold tea.
I literally just don't have a choice.
Cold tea, what is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you? Pepsi is sweeter than Coke. Pepsi tastes flat like flat Coke. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, man. Never been a fan of Mountain Dew. Never been a fan of Mountain Dew, but I do like root beer. I like to bite a Coke too.
Preference?
Please do. Please do, Speedworks. Please do. Dude, I will drink a hot... You guys call it a cuppa too, don't you? Like a cuppa or something. Does anybody in chat have any questions for Lubitar? Seriously. Anybody have any chat? Have any suggestions for Lubitar in the chat? Any questions?
Like flat Coke. Whatever, Turtle. I don't want to hear that.
Sweet tea's gross. Get out of my channel. You are seriously off team, Arkham. I mean, first it was the otter emote, and now you're seriously off team. Coke tastes like vanilla Pepsi. Root beer for the win. I Lubitar, why do you look like me? That was a question proposed by Turtle.
No, sorry, Turtle. It's you who look like me. All right?
I'm gonna have to agree with Lubitar because he was here first.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, he was here first. So, who was your inspiration?
Bricker, I did see that earlier. I was going to answer that. Not really one person in particular. Definitely watching these two gentlemen. Let's put it that way. Definitely helped out.
Don't this guy right here. Don't even. Come on, we're talking real people. Like mine's George Clooney.
Okay, mine's George Clooney. Yeah, no. Really, I kind of just fell into streaming on Twitch. I was bound and determined to make my YouTube work, and somehow I clicked a link somewhere, found Twitch, and then the rest is history, as they like to say.
But you did say earlier that Cage. You watched Cage.
Well, yeah, Cage.
When you started doing your
those
YouTube.
I started watching those guys. Cage, Game Kicks, Game Edge. The little group they had with. Cage, Game Edge, Ono Coho when they were doing their Starvation run. That's really what got me playing Starvation at that point when they started doing that. And from there, it was just, I was bouncing around everybody I could talk to about how to get streaming and what to do and what not to do. And
Delia has a question that she asked that nobody cares about.
Of course, fave mod.
Who is 402's fave mod in his channel? Now, this is a lot harder question for like someone like CB, who has modded 95% of his channel. So it's more of a variety or like Turtle, who has majority mods / mod people versus non-mods. No, seriously, who's your favorite mod on the channel? This
fine, Dale. Yeah, there you go. Well, I'll give Dale this one.
Why did you just whisper me? Speedworks, you're my favorite mod. Was that supposed to go to Speedworks? Lubitar? Why'd you just whisper that to me?
I didn't whisper nothing that.
Well, Joe, who's your favorite mod? It's definitely not Gottini, by the way. It's definitely not Malgus is mean to me. Gottini tunes me out. Jenks interrupts me. Miss B will never be my favorite mod. Let's see, who's my favorite mod? Fire Medic. She doesn't come around very much. Devlin. I like Devlin a lot. I like Mackie. Mackie takes good photos. It does, Captain Romeo. Sounds like you just came out of CB's channel, man. So, anyways. Do you have any things you want to ask or say?
I'm your favorite mod.
Prime, you're a trophy mod, bro. Hate to break it to you.
Trophy mod. Red Narb, my camera that I just got.
Would it be hold on, if you need to start over from scratch but couldn't bring one thing with what would it be? Can't be followed with subscribers. What was, wait, what does that mean? Like
my camera.
That would be the most important
like
piece of
one
equipment?
piece that yes.
Yeah. I agree,
the
man.
The rest I could replicate, but the camera and having a working green screen eventually, yeah. Thank you.
It seems like that's always been like kind of like a plague, right? When I watch like your channel. That always seemed to be like
my camera was when you got the C230, it's a great camera to start out with. Don't get me wrong. Okay, the Logitech, the $20 one is absolutely fine to start out with, but I needed to step up my game a little.
Well, I had a hard time when I went to your channel. All of a sudden, you had a camera. I went, "Whoa, Jesus, that one looks good." Mm-hmm. We had a problem with sound. We had, dude, for like literally like 10 months, our sound was like terrible. Kellum asked a good question. What is the best way to pick a mod? How do you do that?
Really those that support the channel the most, honestly. And it's not necessarily financial.
Oh God, you sound just like me.
it's not. It doesn't. It's not going to be that. I mean, people that are there consistently promote the channel. I see a lot of people in my channel that seem like they do here, you know, that are promoting the retweets and things like that that aren't mods, and that's the kind. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that I like.
Yeah, it's true. It really is, right? So like, you find people that really support your channel. A lot of times it'll look like it's like people that have like financially supported the most. It's not really. Those people have just supported all around. You said it like almost 100% how I say it to people a lot of times. Like, seriously, ridiculous. What we do is we promote mods that we know will make other mods stay, right? So like, we know that Malgus won't allow Jenks to leave, right? And then Jenks wouldn't allow Malgus to leave. Okay, they know they have to have Gothini, so we have stacked it so that they actually work in on themselves. So, you know, see, lie, support the channel, but you haven't made me a mod. That's the other problem. You get a lot of people that request a mod. We asked if we were looking for mods, and like nobody chimed up. I don't think anybody wants to work with me. Part of the problem. But Gothini's our boss. What mods get paid? Wrong channels. Wrong. There's just a big channel, big guys there. I would love for there to be a day that we could pay channel mods. 100% though. Holy cow. Because if you're able to do that, you're doing something right. Really, 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 really right. So,
yeah.
No, Prime, you're not supposed to get paid. And after your AI comment today, we're thinking about taking your sword away.
Oh man.
You do once a year, which is more than enough. Oh, it's not. Oh God. All right.
What in the hell?
Well, seriously, guys. In all honesty, guys, we really appreciate Luthar coming in. Is speed reading a requirement to be a mod, dude? Sometimes. Thank God Malgus
yes.
didn't know how to do slow mode sometimes, because I'm like.
And there was one other one there. I think somebody's asking what camera I have. It's the.
It makes me sad. You stupid pigeon. I can't wait till that sub expires.
The C922 Pro Stream camera is what I got.
You like that one a lot?
Oh, it's head over heels different from the other one I had. It's
You
the
hear
only
that,
problem I
guys?
have.
Support
the only-
Logitech.
The only problem I have with it is that I have to adjust the zoom and everything on it, so my green screen fits to my camera on my OBS every time. But that's easy peasy stuff. So,
you know, you can just crop that box too, right?
I've tried it. I haven't figured it out 100% yet.
What button is it? Control. You can actually like take the box and literally just crop the box.
I think it's Alt.
It's like Alt. You hold it, and it makes it a green line, and you actually can just drag the bar, and it'll cut off the screen.
I'm doing that right now. Then.
Yeah. No. Ready to hear this?
Yeah.
We didn't know this forever, and Matt's controlled this. And I was watching a video one day, and I go, Matt, you can crop the box. He goes, what? I go, yes. Like, literally just watching a video one day, and I had no clue. You can crop whatever you want out of it without doing zooming. But that being said, dude, one of the problems I love the Logitech. Love Logitech, right? 2 cameras on one thing is challenging, because you have to run an external program because of the firmware and stuff like that. Is it Alt? Did it work?
It crashed on me. I got to restart it. So that's fine.
Stop that. But hey, Hugo's, how you doing? Were you? I get confused. Oh, you guys use bigger cameras. No, well, we're bigger, Captain Romeo. We're fat. Matt just. I'm about to put a phone book in my chair, and then left Alt will allow cropping. Yeah, okay, there you go. Is it working? You got it to work? I'm curious.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I'll figure it out.
All right. It's pretty cool. It's a cool thing though, because like you can literally just make the box whatever you want by doing that. All right. Well, that's it, guys. So let's talk about a little something about this. Iluvatar 402, guys, is on a push for partnership. He is a member of the Beer Brigade stream team, guys. He is gonna be a staple in the Twitch community for a long time to come. He is gonna be partnered soon. He's got an app in now. Hopefully, guys, keep your fingers crossed and all that kind of stuff. But the reality of it is that he's built a strong enough foundation that he'll continue to grow that foundation.
Absolutely.
And he's got a long time on here. Can you see over the steering wheel? I'm in this big chair though. It's like a high chair. Growing a beast beard for the next 6 months. Any tips? Just let it grow.
Let it grow.
Let it grow. That's it, man. Honestly, Alpha, it sounds stupid. Everybody's beard's different. Just let it grow. Yes, Eliania, I actually watched you stream today a little bit. So,
Exactly, Red Narb.
yeah, Red Narb. Like, honestly, like, it's kind of past that. So what I would ask from us, go back to the what can Bearded Guys Gaming ask for you guys to do for Luvitar, is I would ask you that after he gets partnered, okay, and his channel transitions and he starts adjusting things like that, continue to support him the way you have through the partner push. So I would like to see you guys continue to push him further, okay, and support him on the ventures, because he's going to be on a new road, right? It's the same thing he's always been doing, like streaming wise, but he's going to be on a new road, and an exciting road and stuff like that, and it's coming up. And the only thing that we would ask is that you guys just continue to support him like you do now. You know, don't forget that it's not a temporary thing, and that
God, no, it's not temporary.
when you're making a push, you know, it's, you know, he's just trying to get past a little line. That's really all it is. So we love having him on team, guys. We're really proud of Luvitar. We, like I said, we actually don't do a lot of whole talking to him on the backside of stuff. Matt and I don't reach out to people unless they ask us to. So, but we are glad to have him on team. I'd like to see him continue to grow. I'd like to see him become a partner, and I would like to see him become a leader on the team too, you know? So to continue pushing that kind of thing. So gonna need 64 gigs, keep all those tabs open for Twitch streamers. I know, Malgus. I know.
You ain't lying there, Malgus.
That's one of the problems we run into, right? Where there's almost too many people to watch. Like I had I had 11 tabs open the other night, and I had like 7 open up today, and it was like, you know, I have to unmute some people, and luckily when I'm watching CB, he's one of the easier ones to decide to mute, because I'm like, all right, so I can only tolerate so much of him, and then I take a break, right? No, but you know, so that being said, guys, you know, we appreciate you guys hanging in here today.
Man.
Appreciate you hanging out. Make sure to continue. Next thing, any idea when you're streaming next?
Tomorrow. I'm still trying to stream 7 days a week as much as I can. I mean, if something, I am going to take actually a day off in the next couple weeks to spend some time with
I would like
friends
to see
and
that.
family. So
I would like to see that. So I would like to see Luvitar take a little bit of time for himself too, right?
Oh,
So
I know what the
that'll be
oh
all.
yeah, no, it's definitely coming. It's well deserved, and yeah.
All right, guys. Well, much love. Make sure you're following Luvitar. If you're in the channel right now and you've not followed him, please click his name, give him a follow. He has very close partnership, guys. You should be following him regardless. All right.
And definitely want to say special thank you to Hugo for he just dropped his Twitch Prime on me, so thank you very much.
Nice, Hugo.
Hugo.
My dude, Hugo. Appreciate that, guys. Love the subs when they're not even, stream's not even happening, right? Do I unfollow and
That's
refollow?
amazing.
Maggie, just follow the goddamn instructions, okay? Jesus, dude.
Mackie, no.
Just follow the instructions. God. You can go to bed now, Speedworks.
Yes, get some sleep, Speed.
So, all right, guys. Much love. Just bought the Hunter Call of the Wild. Yes. All right, I'm gonna reach out to Expansive Worlds and talk to them. We need to we need
I
to
think
come up
we
with
both need to.
we need to come up with a negotiation of some kind of contract. This is ridiculous. All right, guys. We're gonna end it right here. We're actually just gonna end up. So I'm gonna close out with Luvitar. Much
Luvitar.
love, dude. We'll talk to you if you need
We
something.
appreciate it, buddy.
Quit being
Absolutely.
a stranger and hit us up. Okay.
Laters.
See
See you, bud.
How do you leave this? Okay, there we go.